The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
It is Wednesday across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, and for the first time in a long time, that means it's time for our coverage of AEW Dynamite. Good evening, everybody. I am, of course, the founder, Jeff Meacham, the West Coast Professor, whatever you want to call me this particular week. I just saw your message, AJ. I will definitely get that in there momentarily. I am joined by our current AEW commentary team, Simple Man Noah Foster, the Renegade Renegade of Wrestling JJ Williams. Gentlemen, it was decided we are going to do this thing. We're going to watch this thing because conceivably, this could be the final time that the man called Sting wins a championship in professional wrestling. But that's not the only thing on this card tonight. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. You're absolutely right. It's not the only thing on the card, but it is the main reason that we are here this evening. You know, Tony Khan's announcement is going to be what it's going to be. Timeless Tony Storm versus Red Velvet, I'm sure will be a banger.
Yes.
Swerve Strickland versus the Hangman Adam Page. Winner gets to face Samoa Joe at Revolution. No doubt will be a show stealer.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Jericho versus Konosuke Takeshita, I'm sure will be insanely intense, considering the blood feud that Jericho's got going with the Callis family.
Mm-hmm.
But all of that pales in comparison to the fact that we may see Steve Borden, the man called Sting, for the final time raise gold above his head in victory, having claimed his last championship in professional wrestling alongside his longtime AEW tag team partner, the one, the only, the Daredevil, Darby Allin.
Well said, JJ.
Thank you. You know, I try to take a page out of the Simple Man's book every now and again.
I mean, again, I'm just the guy that just flows through. You're here for the jokes and add elements to the story and also your color commentary, and I always appreciate it. But yes, Jeff, Jeff Peter, Multiverse of Media, it's Wednesday! You know what that means! We are here once again to cover a very special loaded night of AEW Dynamite, where we are nearing showtime for the final time, but we could literally be calling the last golden accolade of the icon. This is going to be wild to say the least. I'm looking very forward to this. Again, Wednesday is always where my wrestling hype on a weekly basis goes into full throttle because I never know what to expect on Dynamite sometimes except an action-packed night of wild delight. Now, Tony Khan nonsense aside, that still doesn't take away my joy of professional wrestling. Damn it! And again, it's very stagnant as we're shaping out AEW Revolution. So, again, JJ, you basically played it out perfectly and nice and elegantly paced versus one commentator. So, yeah, there's a lot to look forward to with the CMLL showcase against the Blackpool Combat Club with Konosuke Takeshita and Chris Jericho being ran back with La Virtuosa. Deanna Purrazzo on commentary for a Timeless Tony Storm versus Red Velvet. And I cannot wait to hype up that Revolution match. Let's freaking go. And, of course, him and Adam Page versus Swerve 3, where this time Swerve wants to leave no asterisks here and no reason to complain. And as you said, Sting and Darby Allin, undefeated as a tag team since being a part of AEW, they could become tag team champs. But they got a great obstacle against it because Ricka Starks and Big Bill, they have a lot of merit to what they've been saying. They have been the team that's been overlooked and probably underappreciated since they beat FTR and since they've been on this run. So they have a lot to prove. So it really is a night that has a lot of suspension of disbelief in some of these matches, and they have Revolution implications, for being perfectly honest. So I'm looking very forward to this.
Let me ask you this, Noah, because I've been racking my brain about this, and Jeff, you're more than welcome to jump in on this one too. But for some reason, in the pit of my gut, I've got Hangman Adam Page picking this matchup tonight. I don't think they're going to let him go 0-3. And if we're being completely honest, I don't think Revolution is the place for Swerve. I want to save Swerve's moment for something bigger. I'm looking like Double or Nothing. I'm looking at like All In, All Out. I'm looking at a grand stage for Swerve, a stage fitting of somebody of Swerve's caliber. Revolution to me, and I get it's the kickoff show of the year, so I'm trying to not cheapen it, but Revolution to me feels like a B-rated pay-per-view, whereas Double or Nothing and All In, All Out and even Full Gear feel like A-list pay-per-views.
It's a fair assessment because I look at Revolution's track record of memorable moments, takeaways, what it really led into, what it really left you with. Not since MJF versus Bryan Danielson, Iron Man, the Texas Death Match, the Trios Championships where the House won and started their illustrious run of 25 weeks, and of course the women's triple threat of the AEW Women's World Championship. Not since last year's Revolution in general has Revolution felt like it truly was leading to something bigger. Versus every other year, it kind of teased for something even more going forward. Double or Nothing to me is always the show I put at the top because it is the show that started the identity of this brand called All Elite Wrestling. Without Double or Nothing, AEW doesn't exist. It's truly as simple as that. That's when AEW was first officially christened, and we started this paradigm shift in the industry in 2019. But since All In last year, seeing how they could go international to such a huge scope and an incredible stand-up performance, I have to agree. And with Swerve wanting to make history, it just feels like to me he deserves to do it, but he deserves to do it in the biggest way possible. But that being said, how do you not hurt Swerve's momentum here tonight? Do you try and use the caveat that maybe Prince Nana goes against his business decision and allows some sort of interference, even if it's an impromptu ref bump caused by both competitors and Prince Nana goes into business for it himself? I do think in a way you are correct where there is more in believing that Heyman can win and go night-night to Samoa Joe Revolution. But there is also that little voice in the back of my head that has seen Heyman go 60 minutes before. And this could lead to a triple threat, preserving Swerve even more and maybe costing Heyman out of the picture completely. It's one of those things right now where regardless how I look at it and how you look at it, I do not see Swerve straight up winning tonight. But I hope the approach doesn't hurt his form momentum that he's gained since Wrestle Dream. But you're right, Heyman kind of is in a no-lose situation. He has to move forward here, or he might as well be taken out the back like old Yeller.
Jeff?
I didn't even think about the comment I saw until I saw it, like the scenario. It doesn't help Samoa Joe at all to make it a triple threat, but it just almost feels like that's where they're going to go with it. I personally agree with what JJ said, that Hangman will end up being the winner here by means other than what the venerated Cowboy should have. But it would not surprise me if they went triple threat route just to give creative an out of not having to have Swerve lose, but also not having to commit to anything, because it feels like the committing to one direction or the other is not what is going to happen, at least for this particular show. I just
had a triple threat for the AEW World Championship was Double or Nothing 2021 with Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac. And the way they went to that, Orange Cassidy finally got concussed in this match with Pac. And then Kenny Omega was looking for a way to buy him out of the match. But again, Samoa Joe, do you really see them instigating the champion at ringside where he might literally, lose his temper and cause both of these men to be disqualified?
The problem with Joe in a triple threat is it'll always be compared to him and AJ and Daniels.
Bingo!
That's just the nature of wrestling fans. There will never be a better triple threat for Samoa Joe's career than that match. So anything...
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I just said that's fair.
Yeah, he said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anything else will be just like, okay, so it's not this. So, and again, failure to commit to a direction is just going to hinder the overall product. Not just Samoa Joe, not just these two gentlemen. It's going to hinder but it's like, fucking give me something concrete. Like, give me something to like grab onto on March 3rd besides Sting's last match. And I am not undervaluing Sting's retirement. That is not what I'm trying to do. It is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just give me something more. Make the world title mean something again. Make the want to be world champion mean more than just a number one contenders match on Dynamite that leads absolutely freaking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
you know me, I'm a proprietor of long-term storytelling.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see Revolution, Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe.
Yes.
I see Double or Nothing Swerve versus Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I see All In or All Out triple threat. And then you can have Joe lose the title without getting beat, keeping him strong in defeats.
That's a fair road to defrauding Samoa Joe, but I just gotta throw this roadblock or detour in the mix because they are still part of the ecosystem.
Hey, roadblock is my NXT, damn it.
And he doesn't digress. We still gotta consider at the end of the day Wardlow, and if this rank is gonna be a thing, if Wardlow keeps getting wins, squashes or not, although they kind of made his matches actually seem a bit more like merit. And yes, folks, we'll be covering Roadblock officially on that Tuesday following AEW Revolution right here in the JMN Multiverse of Media. It's one of those things where I can see Wardlow and Samoa Joe running it back, but this time for the World Championship. Let's not forget, last year Revolution, Wardlow put Samoa Joe to sleep.
Yes, he did.
I still can't believe he freaking did it. It is own move nonetheless. But anyway, I got Chuckler Productions on my screen. So, gentlemen.
Boom! There it is.
Okay, I still have Bing Bang Theory ending, so.
Okay, well.
Yeah, let me know when you see the arena, because they're not even doing the intro tonight. Then we'll do our thing. Oh, they do Pyro, though. Oh, boy. Fun night ahead. Big night. Big fight night.
Wow, the caption's really bad on this. AEW Donovan's Dynamite.
There we go. There we go. There's that Pyro. I love the fact they actually have Pyro. I will say that. But that being said, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was just going to say once again to everybody, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Virtually from the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, we are live across the JMN Multiverse of Media once again on a Wednesday night, bringing you coverage for a stacked AEW Dynamite. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the JMN Live Watch Live events here at the JMN Multiverse of Media. You know what this is. For I'm the Superman, the voice of JMN, from a great professional wrestling, damn it. And my name is Noah Foster. And with me, of course, is my color analyst, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. And it looks like JJ, we're kicking things off with short streamers, Heyman and Page, right now determined the new number one contender for the AEW Championship to face the champ at AEW Revolution. Are you ready to go tonight?
I am ready. Why does Adam Page with that mustache look like freaking Dax Harwood with long hair?
I'm surprised you didn't say Madden up here because that's what everyone else has been saying. But hey, mustaches are in style, and I approve. Anyway, Cowboy Shiznak in the building. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I hope you enjoy our coverage, our conversation, our reactions, and our coverage. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell friends, show some love. Give it a super sticker. Give it a super chat. And if you want to dictate the conversation, don't need to dictate it. Casting Studios. Super chat, as simple as that. JJ, as you know, Heyman and Page, ever since the ranking system came into play, he stands undefeated at 4-0 alongside Swerve Strickland. But this is Swerve and Hangman's third singles encounter, where the Hangman is 0-2. It's third time the charm.
I think it's got to be, man. If it's not, then where is the Hangman going to go from here? That's the $1 million question. I feel like if he gets the victory here and goes to Joe, then we can keep this rivalry going. But if he loses here 3-0 clean, no outside interference from the Mogul Embassy, then Hangman may as well hang it up.
And again, Swerve said he does want no interference tonight from the Mogul Embassy as Prince Nana makes his way out on the stage. And that means we've entered whose house?
Run's house. Sorry. Swerve's house.
Of course.
Sorry, I'm old enough that I remember Run's house, damn it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's classic. I'm not going to hold that against you.
I will say I do enjoy the little touch here of seeing them backstage walking to gorilla position. That very much reminds me of some of the old WWF pay-per-views. Survivor Series 97, WrestleMania 14 specifically. watching the talent walk through the back to the gorilla position, hit their music, walk out.
Yeah, but it also makes it feel more important. And lately we've seen that across the industry. When it comes to a match of such value, you really set the atmosphere. Again, Swerve Strickland, and by the way, happy Black History Month to all people in general. Swerve Strickland has one intention this year. He wants to become the first Black AEW World Champion. He wants to add to the Black history that he looked up to, that he honored, like Athena, like Kofi Kingston. Let me put this in perspective for you, JJ. We whooped that Trick, right, with Trick Williams. Trick Williams' biggest motivation to get in the industry was Kofi Mania, when Kofi Kingston won the WWE title in 2019. For Swerve, though, he has had a huge amount of accolades versus Heyman and Adam Page. But one thing Heyman has over him, Heyman is a former AEW World Champion.
Arguably the worst one in history, though.
Damn.
I'm just saying, with Heyman Adam Page, it was more about the chase. And once he became champion, it was flat. Both men walking up nose to nose, eye to eye in the center of the ring, jaw-jacking each other, Swerve saying to bring it.
Remember how much Swerve made this personal. He invaded the man's home and probably traumatized his son in his cradle. That's straight up messed up, man. So this crowd is electric tonight. You know that mustache actually makes me think more of Burt Reynolds, personally, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Cowboy Shiznak. Found double tie up in the early
arena
going.
Here in Arizona is chanting Swerve's house.
Well, we want to be in Swerve's house, and I think people really want to see Swerve make that house call to the championship picture. Again,
of course.
Last year Swerve said he knows Heyman has a spot, but he wants it. He didn't take Swerve's man's spot, though. He cemented one with his own. These two shared each other's blood. I'm just saying. It was one of the damnedest death matches I've ever seen.
That was disgusting.
Right. And Swerve, of course, beat Heyman first off at Wrestle Dream. Again, it was 0-2 in favor of the Heyman. But there is one caveat that Tony Giovanni did mention, though, and that could play here. The Mogul Embassy came to Swerve's aid and defense and allowed him to win.
Yeah, there have been shenanigans in both matches thus far. That's why we're making sure that there is no interference here. Swerve doesn't want an asterisk, to your point. He wants to be able to say that he beat Page clean, giving Page absolutely no excuses.
Hello, Kyle. That's my friend, of course. Kyle's a great person. He's also Ollie, but also likes all things wrestling. Appreciate you, brother. And you see Swerve with that just cynical smile. Right now, just jaw-jacking the Heyman. Of course, the last match these two had, Heyman and Page in Dealer's Choice. Oh! Took on Toa Leona of the Mogul Embassy, while Swerve took on Robin. Damn! In a hardcore match, double A takedown right now on the ground and pound. We're just rolling and tussling on the mat to the floor. I knew this was going to get violent and physical. Again, this match is a 60 minutes time limit. Good grief.
Yeah, I was kind of curious as to why they put this first, but it makes sense the more I think about it. They wanted to give this match as much time as possible. They can always cut other matches short.
Yeah, and we've also seen Heyman go to the distance to 60 minutes with the likes of Bryan Danielson. We haven't seen Swerve go to 60 minutes, but I can assure you he's a 60-minute man. Former multiple-time Defy champion. Why Swerve doesn't have no AEW accolades, Swerve is a respected mogul of the game, quite literally. Former Evolve champion, former MLW World Heavyweight champion, currently held now by Satoshi Kojima for the second time. Congratulations. Multiple-time Defy champion, former PCW Ultra Heavyweight champion. Heyman and Page's only accolade, though, the AEW World Championship and Ring of Honor Trios Championships. Oof. Heyman and Page squared up against Swerve in the corner. Again, folks, we have a loaded card tonight. The Virtuosos on commentary during Rev versus Thomas Tony Storm. Trios match, Blackpool Combat Club versus CMLL. And Tony Khan kills airtime with a big announcement that could have been on the Twitter or Control Center or YouTube, but I digress. I don't digress. Gotta stop that. And Chris Jericho takes on the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, in what is a rematch from DDT Pro. We'll talk more about that later on. And of course, in our main event, tornado-style tag match, JJ. It is Ricky Starks and Big Bill defending the gold against Sting and Darby Allin.
Yeah, the fact that it's the main event, man, just makes me think even more that Steiner's walking out with gold. If they threw it mid card, I'd question it.
Right?
But main event, man, you've got to assume that Steen is coming out of there with the belt.
Oh,
Big boot by Swerve there, taking the Hangman down.
that will twirl that mustache a different way. Good grief. Good flexibility. And we talked about Swerve, his flow, the way he flows and wrestles in that ring. There's a different, unique hybrid style to him, unlike most people in All Elite Wrestling. He really is a standout.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't know much about Swerve until he came to AEW.
Oh, my.
Because I wasn't watching your NXT when he was really over there.
That's fair.
But I've been impressed with Swerve ever since, him and Keith Lee were teaming up over here in AEW. And then the heel turn, this whole run he's been on, very much been a Carmelo Hayes syndrome with me and Swerve, where just the more and more I see him, the more and more I respect him and his ability.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, JJ, just for a moment. We got Roadblock and Revolution in the same week. Are you going to swerve more or are you going to whoop that Trick more, despite right now Trick Williams being in the hospital?
Well, we got to see if Swerve even makes it to Revolution. If he loses here tonight, who knows if he even makes it to the card.
That's fair, but also we've seen Swerve in a more dangerous man when he doesn't get what he wants. Again, if he's willing to go to Hangman's house, when the Hangman cost him a chance for the TNT Championship against Bryan Danielson, what the hell would he do here if he loses to Hangman in any way but clean? And even then, he still might not be able to take it. Swerve goes down hard.
Swerve up there, yeah, up the turnbuckle.
Yeah, again, you see the whiplash effectively down. Heyman just squaring off against them right now. And I don't think we've even reached the halfway point of this match as far as rendering a man down enough for a 3 count. I think these two are still trying to empty out each other's reserve. They're just wearing away each other at this point.
My back spasmed when I saw him hit that turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, back of the neck, head, and
like I felt the pain.
There's like 7 points or whatever the chakras, right? Oh, jeez! And Heyman right now, literally getting his bum taken out by Swerve. What's inside? Trying to go maybe for a ground cobra here. Swerve trying to change position. Might be looking for a submission. I like how Heyman, though, is winding his base, trying to have a little bit more equal leverage. And again, you see Swerve trying to bring the Heyman down to the mat, trying to grab the arm.
He wasn't able to get what he was going for, but that boot to the back of the head at Page there.
I thought I was going for like a modified like ground cobra or a full Nelson like submission, but instead I think he's looking to take an arm, shades of Penta Stemmiero. And let's not forget Heyman's best weapon is the buckshot lariat, but he uses the right arm for that. You see Swerve right now trying to attack the left arm, trying to hyperextend it, trying to pull it back. Heyman trying to resist and does so. Throws Swerve off.
He was hyperextending that left one to your point, but the right one was bent underneath his body weight.
Oh, just still clubs Swerve in the back of the head, though.
So you got to imagine that was doing damage to the lariat arm as well with the way it was pinned under his body weight.
Again, to your point, you still saw the torque that he was able to apply, though, just whacking the back of Swerve's head, sending Swerve face first into the corner, down to the floor. And again, Heyman could take a count out here. Victory could be found via pinfall, submission, count, or disqualification. And think about what's on the line here. Again, you become the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship, where Samoa Joe waits to kill you. Thank you. I'll turn up to
Does anybody know, was the first half hour or hour announced as commercial free? Because we haven't gone to commercial or restaurant quality picture-in-picture yet. This is a little bit rare for AEW.
I know once the Blue Moon within the first 20 minutes, they don't do it, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Madman Tony Khan did that tonight out of nowhere and announced it on the Twix. But of course, I don't have notifications. I have no idea. Oh!
Jeff, can you double check that since you're in the production room? See if there was an announcement about the first half hour being commercial free.
Heyman bringing the count right now as Swerve was driven head first into the barricade, and once again Heyman going out for further damage. Again, since Samoa Joe became AEW champion, he says there's a new sheriff in town. Things are going to change around here, and then the ranking systems came into play. Oh God!
What do you think about the ranking system being back?
I was skeptical about it at first, but looking at the way the AEW ecosystem is shaping out across Dynamite Collision, who's in the top 5, who's been in competition, what they're going for, it kind of makes a lot of sense. It is one of those things, though, where I look at Adam Copeland, I believe in number 3, where he wants the TNT championship. And Daniel Garcia, who's part of the Trios division, he may want to crack at the TNT title. Why wouldn't Adam go for maybe the AEW World title and then Daniel Garcia go at the TNT title? But then I remember Adam Copeland's personal vendetta against Christian Cage. But as of right now, 1 month in, the rankings kind of make a lot of sense. The only title really not defined right now for a challenger is the TBS Championship. And right now, I'm leaning towards Serena Deeb because I think they're going to do Deeb versus Sky Blue very soon. I would love to see that match.
That would definitely be a good one. Thank you very much, Jeff. I saw that at the bottom. No one else as far as he could see.
Okay.
The thing that surprised me about the rankings was that FTR aren't ranked for the tag division. They're ranked with Daniel Garcia in the trios division, but not in the regular tag division.
Well, that just makes me wonder if their focus now is trios versus tags for the time being. And to be fair, all they've been in lately is trios. And here's the cover, hooking their leg by Heyman, and Swerve finds the rope to force the break. As Daniel
Way
Garcia
too
and FTR,
close.
Yeah, as Daniel Garcia and FTR have only been feuding with the House of Black in trios affairs, and they beat the Patriarchy last week on Collision. So maybe FTR's changed focus for now. Doesn't mean they can't, swerve, pun intended, into both the tag and trios. Why not go for more gold? Even FTR says if Daniel Garcia wants to go for the TNT title and the trios go with them, they welcome it. Heck, top guys had 3 sets of tag champions at one point. And by the way, folks, in case you don't know, there is also, and that was announced because I do remember reading it. Thanks, King. Shout out to my buddy King at ATW. There will be an overrun tonight, so take that for what you will. O'Connor roll by the Hangman. 2 count as Swerve pushed him off. Uh-oh.
Hangman outside the ring.
Good skying by Swerve, though, but Swerve taking up and over to the
Ooh.
floor, lands shoulder first on the apron, I think.
Yeah.
Eesh. And he like you said, JJ, he saw the buckshot coming.
Yeah, he had it scouted. As soon as Paige jumped over there, he was like, nope, not right now. And he may have paid for it by taking the back of the shoulder blades across the hardest part of the ring there.
Heyman right now sending to the top rope. Might be looking for that outside moonsault. It swerves in the drop shot. Whoa! Rolls through, lands on his feet. Swerve with the roll through. Flatliner on the floor.
Gorgeous flatliner there on the outside.
Good grief. No give there either. Again, the floor is there to protect the actual building, not the competitors, folks.
Yeah. Both men down. Referee, of course, executing his 10 count as both men are outside of the ring.
Prince Nana hyping up his
Swerve
boy.
in, breaking the count.
Or is he letting the count continue? Fall up to 5. I think Swerve even knows he can't win right now via count. And so far, business has played out as asked. Prince Nana has not gotten involved, nor has anyone else from the Mogul Embassy. Looking to hype up Swerve, though. Swerve looks to fly up and over. Frostbite flop! Wipes out the Heyman on the floor.
But look at that. Swerve went straight to grabbing his thigh. Did that do some damage for him on the landing?
Well, again, the Frostbite flop, you really don't know, I think, how to plan for the landing. You just basically go as the wind takes you. As they
That's fair with a move where it's called a flop.
Right? Oh!
Nice spinning back elbow coming off the middle turnbuckle there by Swerve Strickland.
On target, in between the shoulder blades.
And of course, to all our viewers out there, if you're enjoying the coverage, make sure you like, share the video, show your love and support with Super Chats. This is how we make our money. This is our job. Super Chat, donate to dictate. Simple as that.
And we love doing this, by the way, for y'all, too, because you make it possible. So we thank you, as always. Irish whip, Heyman from up the ropes, caught by Swerve. Tilt-a-whirl, slam!
Ooh,
through,
I like the way he grabbed the arm there.
Oh, I told you again, no one flows like Swerve. Awkward landing on the back of the neck of Heyman there, and you see Swerve right now, the look in his eyes. Uh-oh, might be looking to make a house call.
House?
And whose house? There's the house call. Ding dong. Hello. Here's the cover. Hooking the far leg and a 2 count. Oh.
The determination and the pride still in the Hangman there. That was center of the ring. There was no way to get a rope break or anything. Hangman had to dig deep for that kick out.
Yeah, that's just resilience and just willing to endure. Again, for the AEW World Championship, a shot at the cornerstone of this company. How far are you willing to go? And how much you're willing to endure? That's going to be the testament of both these men. And again, we see what these men can do to each other and what they can survive. Again, that Texas death match, we saw everything from beer bottle, shattered glass implanted to a man's knee and back, to a cinder block blasted in the back of the man's head and neck, death-fire driver and concussive effect, to a staple gun stapling a man's chest and face, to fish hooking and literally drinking a man's blood. And that's not even everything. Ugh.
Hangman looked like he was biting the nose there of Swerve.
Well, we all know
Now
that.
digging the fingernails into the back there.
Uh-oh, well, wait a minute. What's he setting up for here? Might be looking for something big out of the corner. Dominant position. Sunset flip. Oh, Jesus. He run through. Swerve broke through the sunset flip powerbomb. Caught Heyman with a high kick. Now looking to hook him up for JML driver. Heyman scouting it, though. Creating distance, and Heyman pop up. Powerbomb set out. Planted. No.
Let me see that replay of that sunset flip powerbomb roll through, because it looked like Swerve landed right on his head and neck.
And somehow, maybe adrenaline alone, instinct aside, he rolled through and decked Heyman with that high kick. But then Heyman capitalized with a sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Good.
Not on the outside, smacking the ring apron, trying to get his client hyped up there.
And referee checking both men, though. Again, you got to consider the well-being of the athletes. I just got done recently watching No Surrender 2010, and I saw how far Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy went to double overtime, 30-minute span. There was still no winner declared. Again, our opening contest will determine our AEW World Championship at AEW Revolution. Samoa Joe will face the winner of this match, either Swerve Strickland or him and Adam Page. That's if it doesn't go to a 6-minute draw, which is a whole nother problem that Tony Khan could have in his hands.
It's fair. Page taking the elbow pad off, going for the buckshot lariat, but Swerve has it scouted.
Swerve with a lariat! Swerve with a lariat! Slingshot lariat! Bang! I can't believe it! And Swerve to the top rope. Looking for the Swerve stomp! The cover! 1, 2, Swerve! No!
What in the hell? Swerve with a buckshot lariat of his own, followed by the Swerve stomp, and he still can't put the Hangman away.
That was a beautiful Swerve slingshot lariat. I've never seen him use that before. 2 and 9 attempts with the Swerve stomp combination follow-up afterwards, to your point. Incredible opening contest here with these two men.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing we knew for certain is that these two men were going to pull no punches here tonight.
Accurate.
Between the rivalry and the stakes on the line, they couldn't, they couldn't even attempt to come weak in this match. They had to bring everything. I'm just waiting for them to break out the kitchen sink.
Don't give him ideas, JJ, especially if the ref gets bumped. And I'm just waiting for that moment right now, whether on the oh, Lord. What if you just probably jinxed into existence like Swerve's on the barricade in the corner with Hangman? Oh, Jesus, no. I saw this at Full Gear. This was treacherous. Barely any sort of footing there. Pile driver attempt on the barricade. You got to be kidding me. Hangman fighting for dear life. I don't blame him. Both these men right now, oh, God! DDT on the barricade by the Heyman of Swerve Strickland. And this opening contest, folks, will continue, believe it or not, our first wrestling quality picture-in-picture. The fuck? I'm over the 5-minute mark. I'd say that.
Yeah, well, we're definitely over the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
What in the fuckity fuck was that?
Well, why don't you take a look at the replay and call it yourself? God, that was a fugly, and that's the kindest word I could say, fugly DDT head first on the barricade top by the Heyman of Swerve Strickland. Heyman right now is admonishing Prince Nana on the outside.
What's up, A-Train? Good to see you, bro.
There's my brother from another mother. We are ATW. Me and him usually do our virtual watch-alongs for fun and just looking into each other's lives, make sure we're having a good time and everything's all right. We are ATW. I'll see you after the show, bro. Enjoy it, man. And again, this show is stacked, folks. Still to cut tonight, Chris Jericho, Kanuti Takeshka, Timeless Tony Storm against Revel with the Virtuoso and commentary. We have CMLL versus Blackpool Combat Club Trios action. And of course, our main event, Tornado Tag, AEW Tag Championships. It'll be Ricky Starks and Big Bill defending against Darby Allin and Sting, who, of course, Darby Allin and Sting are 26-0, undefeated in their career as a tag team. And right
What
now,
does ATW stand for? All Things Wrestling?
Bingo, my friend. It was established in 2020 when we truly didn't know what to do with ourselves, nor where we really stood with this industry. And then when we thought about the hope of promise for something different in professional wrestling, damn it, that AEW was going to offer, and we thought it was down the water. During that pandemic, it was AEW that kept our hopes and our passion alive and our sanity and mentalities alive, too, for the most part. I would argue to say that 2020 was honestly the coming out, the genesis of AEW. And I know it's starting October 2019, but 2020 was like, we're here to do something, to stand out and stand above the test of time. And then 2021, it was like, okay, the people are back. What can we do now? And they were still figuring things out. Then you figure about the people that came in from WWE and beyond, and you see what this roster become. There was some stutter steps, and then you had the MJF agenda. That was a bit all over the place. Didn't know how to handle that. Then you had the controversial change in the culture, and I feel like they're trying to finally once again reset. Then again, for this whole industry is trying to reset, but being perfectly honest.
That's fair.
But yeah, ATW is All Things Wrestling for life, all the time. Shout out to the entire family. Cindy, Casey, King, Eric. It goes on and on. JD. Ugh.
And we're back to full screen here. During the picture-in-picture, Hangman Adam Page set up a table on the outside. You know the rules of that type of stuff, Noah. He who sets it up tends to be the one to go through it.
Yeah, exactly. But right now, both these men play a boot for each other's face.
Jesus.
Well, that's a hell of an exchange. I love professional wrestling. Both men right now seeing stars. I gotta wonder who's gonna get up from this and how they're gonna be able to capitalize. Paul Turner again starting his standing 10 count. We're at 3. I've seen some damn good fights so far this year, and this one right now is definitely holding up in my top 5. And I'm talking about across all things wrestling, of course. And again,
speaking of all things wrestling, did you watch NWA Power yesterday?
I didn't.
And if so, what did you think about the death match between Cardona and EC3 for the NWA title?
That's actually part of my watch plans, because what I used to do with the NWA, because Tuesdays was always difficult due to work, I used to do the 605 replay. But since I don't know if they're going to do it on YouTube, I'm just going to watch it tomorrow. I'm just going to watch it on Friday night after work. So ask me on open mic night, or if we do something on Friday night, because that's when I plan on watching NWA #spoiler free. And I'm looking forward to the entire show. And I suggest you people go check it out. It's their first episode in the all-title matches. Kenzie Page defending against Tiffany Nueves, the NWA Women's World Championship. And to JJ's point, a freaking death match for the 10 pounds of gold with Matt Cardona and EC3. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I reviewed it today as part of my For the Love of Wrestling. So once you finally see it, check out my review today where I did Explosion, NWA Power, and NXT, and you can hear my thoughts on the show.
Oh, most definitely. And I do look forward to it. And again, folks, please check out For the Love of Wrestling every day after the day, courtesy of Cassidy 18 Studios, where we review all the things of wrestling after they've already played. Courtesy of
I did see the super chat come through. Once we go to commercial and this match is over, we will address the super chat.
Sounds good. As this match continues, and Hangman, Hangman right now hung up. You see the right foot hung up underneath the top rope. Now in the proverbial tree of woe, and Swerve is taking a perch for another dangerous stop. And Heyman can't do nothing about it but take it. Nowhere to go but down. Forces well, I am the table. Botch. You know, honestly, that's probably the best thing that could have happened to Heyman on that table. Just the body weight collapses it versus break it. It happens sometimes, and Swerve apparently is like,
We're looking
no.
for something.
I think he's looking for another
Nana's
table.
following him.
Yeah, he's looking for another table. He ain't going to have the Hangman go down softly in the night, if you know what I mean. There we go. I haven't seen
Dragging
tables like
it
that
around
since,
the ring.
I haven't seen tables like that since high school cafeteria days. Oh, boy. Prince Nana right now. Prince Nana,
Get out of the way, Nana.
I almost wonder if Prince Nana was looking for something proverbially. Paul Turner again starting his count. The referee with a lot of leniency here, considering again he knew what these two men were going to go the lengths to, not to mention what this is for. And again, folks, this is a 6-minute time limit. JJ, we're already 30 minutes in practically.
That's crazy, dude. To think that
Right?
we're this deep into a match, especially with everything else we still have. Holy crap.
450 to the knees, and Heyman looking at capitalize, looking at a far leg, a 2 count only. Jeez. Again, very close near fall there. Paul Turner for position. Meanwhile, Prince Nana with the crown jewels. Let's not forget, those crown jewels is what beat the Hangman at Wrestle Dream. But what did Swerve order Prince Nana? No interference. Uh-oh.
Setting up for the Deadeye, I think. Swerve gets out of it.
Able to move out of the way. Swerve sends Heyman up and over, but Hangman
looks cat.
And saves the Dolph Ziggler. Uh-oh. Fuck! What a lariat, though! And he's not done. Heyman caught them loaded. Is it high noon? He's looking for it. Buck shot, lariat, bang! Cover hook on the near leg. It's not over.
Put on the rope. Wow.
Oh.
Great ring positioning by Swerve Strickland there. That buckshot lariat turned him inside out.
And think about this, JJ.
Look at it again, Noah.
Yeah, let's look at the replay here because I want you to notice something after he hits it.
Boom!
Remember the last time that Heyman hit it? Prince Nana put Swerve's foot on the rope. Swerve did it on his own. Again, Prince Nana is not interfering. Both men now on the apron as this match continues. Number 1 contendership for the AEW World Championship. Heyman and Page versus Swerve 3. And
Setting
you have
again.
Oh, no.
Deadeye.
Deadeye on the apron, the hardest part of the ring where wood meets steel across a LED beam. Gum. And now he's asking Paul Turner to start his 10 count. I mean, at this point, if Heyman can't pin or submit him, might as well count him out. Especially how deep this match has gone, to your point earlier, JJ. Again, we're over 30 minutes in. It's not a... Yeah, everyone do this. Everyone hype up Swerve back in this. You want to see a count out end? I'm not going that far again. We're up to 8. What the hell? Up to 9. And barely
The last possible second, and then a baseball slide knocks Swerve back to the outside from the Hangman.
I think the Hangman's seeing red right now. And the Hangman with a chair. Oh, no. He's going to literally wail the back of Swerve here. Heyman.
Oh! Hangman just assaulted Nana for no damn good reason.
Yeah, literally, JJ, you're the one that usually is about, he did nothing. Oh, God, what a boot face first to the chair. I mean, Heyman paid for that one quite literally with interest. And once again, Heyman seeing stars. Why Swerve goes up
in the
top
drop
rope.
zone.
Yep, again, to the top, another Swerve stomp.
But look at that. Swerve's grabbing his ankle.
Uh-oh.
He may have twisted it on the landing there.
Yep. He couldn't even go on the cover there, to your point. Slow to capitalize. But he might be looking for that JML driver, the pump handle. Can he hook him up? Nope. Heyman follows through. Oh, God! He just twisted the ankle. I mean, dragon screw legs would suck. I don't imagine how bad that must have sucked. How about buckling a man's literal vertical base? Heyman, of course, aware of the tweaked ankle and is explaining it now after the Swerve stomp. And now Heyman again. Uh-oh.
Remember, Swerve set this table up, so it's Swerve's turn to go through it.
And once again, Heyman grabbing the leg.
Hurry.
Desperation move right now. Meanwhile, out the ring post, and Heyman right now, while Swerve has him hooked from the apron. God, from the table!
Holy shit, Noah.
By Swerve Strickland!
Swerve just hit Heyman with his own deadeye through the table, trying to get him back in the ring so he can capitalize here.
I mean, at this point, just pin him.
No, he's going to go for another Swerve stomp. Third time might be the charm, Noah.
Or he might be going to the well one too many times, especially on a bad ankle, JJ. And again, looking for that stomp. Is it the final stomp? And Heyman gets out of the way while Swerve collapses and eggs.
Out of the way and right to the outside. Heyman looks like he's setting up for another buckshot lariat.
Oh, crap. He's got another bullet in the barrel. I have a feeling if this one hits, we got our number one contender. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. But, oh, got hook. Swerve. Got Heyman. JMN driver. But again, the ankle. And Swerve solidified him, hit the leg of the cover, and Swerve has done it. Swerve.
No, the bell rang.
What? Wait, what? Hold on, wait, did the bell just rung? What we got? What happened?
Time limit is expired.
It was a 30-minute time limit. Folks, this match is a draw. What the
bullshit?
fuck?
Bullshit.
5 more minutes. We need 5 more minutes. Come on. Tony Khan, you need to fix this shit. We can't end this like this. He literally had him dead to rights. We need an overrun. Oh, hold on. 4 minute, Mike. What? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. He says no. Oh, boy. What? That ain't that easy. You know how this goes? Jesus. Yes, please! 5 more minutes! Swerve just called for 5 more minutes! I mean, we need a number one contender. We need a winner. We need a decisive decision here. Emmett Page,
Is Heyman going to give it to him, or is he going to be a punk? And
I think
take the
Heyman
time limit draw.
But JJ, again, both these men want the same thing. They don't only want the win, they want that. Tonight it beat me to become the number one contender. Yeah. And he didn't, and you didn't beat him. And Swerve, you didn't do it. Neither did you, so you're both eliminated, right? You will not be the world champion for your is over. Wow!
Rolling out of the ring and walking off like a punk ass bitch.
Heyman Page refusing to give Swerve that 5 minutes. What? Hold on, turn Giovanni.
Giovanni on the microphone now.
The voice of reason. Okay, hold on. We're not done yet, folks. This is not done. Yes! Because we now have. Yeah, we have 2 number contenders. We need to solve this shit. Uh-oh. Fuck! What?
God damn it.
It's a triple threat officially! At Revolution! It's Samoa Joe versus Heyman Page versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship! Oh, shit! Massive announcement by Tony Khan. Heyman doesn't get his way, and Swerve moves 1 step closer towards achieving the history he's always wanted. We have a triple threat, folks.
Bullshit.
I agree. That's terrible.
Damn it! Why did I say it? Why did I say it? I knew it. I fucking knew it. It's commercial. I'm gonna talk real quick before you talk about Super Chat. I fucking knew it. This is my company. This is my freaking professional wrestling. Damn it! I booked shit better than Tony Khan. Even I wouldn't have done that shit, but I knew he was gonna do it. Fucking triple threat. I knew it was gonna be either a draw or a Heyman involved. God damn it! Lord forgive me. Okay, you all talk. I'm done.
Well, I know you addressed the super chat in the chat room, Jeff, but go ahead and throw it up. We gotta acknowledge it appropriately.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. There we go. So, yes, we will be covering reactions. Walter Cruz, our buddy at Rager Wrestling, will be doing I guess a watch along would be the right term for it. Even not really a whole lot to watch along except people talking, which I guess we do for promos and Hall of Fame. So that will be during the presser tomorrow. And then after the presser, where's my graphic? Originally, it was going to be just reacting to the press conference, but with everything that went down this morning while I slept in and what we're going to see tonight, Meech's Musings will cover just about everything, and it'll be on at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll have a full reaction to all of it tomorrow night. And then everybody will be on open mic night. I'm just doing it tomorrow because I won't be an open mic night this weekend, unfortunately. So that's the reason I'm doing it tomorrow because what?
I was just going to say, make sure you shoot me that graphic so I can plug it tomorrow on my show.
Will do. And you know, I would do it Friday, but you and I are a little busy Friday as it is. So.
Yeah, you know, just a smidge.
Just a smidge with the greatest band of all time and anniversary. But we'll get to that in the show as part of the show. Yes. There is another super chat that I see, so we'll go ahead and throw that one up too. Walter says, "Is the triple threat so Hangman can eat the fall and Swerve and Joe still look strong? I guarantee it."
I think
more than likely.
Yeah,
more than likely.
God damn it, Swerve!
Thank you guys for the super chats. Make sure you spread the love around. Don't just give it to one channel over the others.
Yes. Swerve deserves to be the goddamn world champion, man! For crying out loud! I'm sitting here screaming off screen like, God damn it, I want to be a commentary because this is so frustrating.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, though, but the dumb Tony Khan decision aside, that was a fucking awesome match.
It was. Dude, where's that comment from Walter? Go ahead, Jay. I'm trying to find that comment from Walter.
It was a tremendous match, but is it safe to say now that Hangman is officially a heel?
I say yes.
Because we've been talking for the longest time in this feud that Hangman has been coming off more heel than face, and he's supposed to be the face.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, how do you break into a man's house and terrorize his baby and come out the baby face? Explain that to me.
Because Hangman's such a punk.
Tony Khan booking.
There it is, folks. It's official. It's Hangman Adam Page versus First Ring versus Samoa Joe. It's a triple threat for the AEW World Championship. Sunday, March 3rd. AEW Revolution, only on pay-per-view, 8 p.m. Standard Time. And, of course, we'll be covering it.
JJ, I don't know about you. I feel this is, like, perfect. We're already being encouraged to be okay with hating the Bucks again. Just put all three of them back together. Have the Elite be hated again. I am here for that.
And have one of them killed by one of the most lethal competitors in the game, the respected veteran out of California.
I mean,
he should be as world champion. This opportunity, shocker, LOL.
Ding, 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 winner, chicken dinner. Another super chat just came in as Renee Paquette interviews Samoa Joe. Black Eyes Peas asked, "Where is the love?" Well, JJ, here it is. Thank you very much, Walter. Greatly appreciate that. Jeff looks like he froze.
I think Samoa Joe is arguing with Tony Khan. Yes. Oh boy. Oh. Samoa Joe ain't ready to lose that strap anytime soon, folks.
I completely agree with Walter's other comment about Hangman eating the fall. Then it can be like, well, you didn't beat me, so Swerve gets the shot at Double or Nothing.
But as we look towards a different championship and maybe a champion in the making, the Virtuosa graces us with her presence. And let it be known, it is official. The Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo will challenge Timeless Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship at AEW Revolution, where Deonna Purrazzo may have gold upon her new All Elite throne. But for now, it looks like she's going to join commentary as we have our women's matchup next.
What is it that you and Dattila constantly say about Deonna Purrazzo? Long may she... something.
I am a classic simple man that respects elegance and greatness in women's wrestling. Long may she fucking reign and bring the title of full chaos. Shit.
But she's going to have to get past the Timeless One as she makes her way to the ring. Toni Storm, who has taken it back to old school Hollywood in this reign. You've got to admit, Noah, Deonna Purrazzo, win or lose at Revolution, Timeless Toni has become arguably the greatest character on Dynamite on a consistent basis.
I will not deny the presentation that is before us, nor the greatness that is on commentary, nor the fairness of the official in the ring.
Even Kine Train says timeless.
Yeah, well, guess what? Your timeless era might be on short notice. Anyway, time to stir it up. Here comes Red Velvet. Straight out of your mama's kitchen. Red Velvet, who's been challenging everybody across AEW and Ring of Honor, has her sights on gold across all the brands, currently 1 and 2 in 2024. After being Bert Dixon last week on Collision, has also put her name out there to be involved in the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Title Tournament. Of course, y'all can watch Ring of Honor, courtesy of Honor Club, every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, crap. Aubrey Edwards is the referee. Someone's getting screwed over.
Will you stop that? I know we haven't done AEW in a while, but can you please stop questioning the integrity of Aubrey Edwards? Bell Rays are underway. All right? Seriously. You're never going to stop that.
I had to get one in there, Noah. I had to get one in there.
Of course,
I knew I was going to get you riled.
Damn it. Why must you? Again, I'm just going to say this for the record also, why she, of course, talks about the history here. Ooh, nice takedown there by Toni Storm. And again, Toni Storm, why she looks like a Marilyn Monroe cosplayer. Literally, again, time travel veteran of the game, 28 years of age, 14 years of the game, over 500 matches. Previous SWA Stardom champion. In fact, her and Deonna Purrazzo fought over that title, and Toni Storm won. In NXT UK, Toni Storm defended the NXT UK championship against the Virtuosa. The Virtuosa has not beaten Toni Storm in one-on-one action in their previous 4 encounters across other companies, but they did share tag matches, wins and losses in Stardom. So the truth about the dojo days, where they lived together, slept on floors, it very much is accurate, including that little timeless tattoo on both their ankles.
I was going to say, even going as far as to get matching tattoos. I enjoyed that story from Deonna Purrazzo last week.
See, I love when there's actual real life elements that are added into a wrestling match because it gives it more depth and meaning. Oh, God, what a leg lariat.
Nice spinning wheel kick there.
And again, Toni Storm says this is a workout. And she acknowledges Deonna Purrazzo that she is truly one of the best, not the best technical wrestlers on the planet of the female variety. Very rare commodity. The Lufa, the butler, apparently not happy with what Red Velvet's doing right now. Toni Storm with a little fast press comes in and just sits and decks Red Velvet. Teeing off, and she's not doing fisticuffs in case y'all are wondering. That was so damn ridiculous.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Walter. I just saw his comment about Red Velvet.
Jesus.
You got to wonder how long Mariah May is going to continue to let Toni Storm bully and berate her. All she wants is to get the affection of her mentors. We go to Restaurant Quality Picture in Picture. All she wants is the love and the adoration of her mentor, and she can't even be bothered to watch her matches. Going as far last week as to say, if you've seen one women's wrestling match, you've seen them all.
How dare you, charlatan? Timeless Toni Storm is a charlatan. She is self-absorbed. She does not care about the people. She is literally blinded by her own spotlight. And someone needs to pull the plug on that so we actually can get some real life pre-back in this women's division. That's where the Virtuosa stands. Tumble her. Cover here at the lateral press, the 2 count.
Nice snap suplex there that led to that lateral press. Now back to a chokehold, little sleeper hold there from Toni to Red Velvet.
The first time Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm met, by the way, was in Stardom in 2017 in tag team matches. They came in as freelancers, taking on the likes of Queen Quest, including Io Shirai. And of course, they shared tag team wins and losses during their time in Stardom. In 2018, Toni Storm defended the Estimate cover, SWA Women's Championship in Stardom against Deonna Purrazzo. And of course, Toni Storm beat the Virtuosa back then, before the Virtuosa was well defined to her master craft as she is now. But Toni Storm, to her credit, one of the most decorated SWA champions in Stardom's history, 612 days with 16 defenses with that title. When she held the NXT UK Women's Championship, the Virtuosa also took a showcase there, and Toni Storm was able to best her during her time there. Cover, and a 2 count again. While Deonna Purrazzo, of course, found her craft, defined an era, raised an entire division, 3 years worth, becoming Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, Triple Avena de Reinas Champion, and a 3-time Knockouts World Champion, the 3rd longest reigning Knockouts World Champion in TNA history. So again, this is going to be a very decorated, star-studded, but I'm very curious to see how each experience away from each other shows how well they still know each other or who is better than the other. Honestly, this is one of my most important look forward to matches. So I'm not going to lie, in women's wrestling in a while. And right now you see Toni Storm trying to be technical against Red Velvet, trying to send a technical message to Deonna. Trying to be more technical than Deonna Purrazzo. Yeah, right. Unless your name's Serena Deeb, that ain't happening. I'm being unbiased. I'm just saying. I need to see Serena Deeb, by the way, versus the Virtuosa at some point, Tony Khan. Just saying. Thank you. You see Red Velvet trying to fight back here. As again, folks, we are wrestling picture-in-picture, but I don't give a fuck about advertisers or commercials because wrestling matters, and I don't need Mick Foley to change TNA to Impact Wrestling to tell me that. As we are back here, as Toni Storm takes on Red Velvet and looks to square up against her. AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator, where if Red Velvet wins, she will get a future title shot. And the wind up. Whoa, Red Velvet duck. Oh, and beats Toni Storm literally to the punch. It's almost like a freaking Raspberry boxing match. Oh, okay. Now Red Velvet's starting to stir it up. And again, folks, it's made official. Timeless Toni Storm will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Deonna Purrazzo Sunday, March 3rd, AEW Revolution. It'll be their 5th one-on-one encounter ever against each other. Cazadora, bottom takedown by Red Velvet.
Red Velvet needs to capitalize, though. She can't allow Toni Storm to get back to her feet. She needs to not waste time. There's a reason why Red Velvet is 1-2 and Timeless Toni is the champ.
Oof. And this is the first, I remember, one-on-one match, by the way, with these two. Red Velvet, of course, 7 years of experience in her wrestling career, starting in 2016. Nice moonsault, hook in the near leg, and a 2 count. Late kick out, though, by Toni Storm. A little bit of frustration here, sending in for Red Velvet, possibly. Toni Storm, of course, has been our AEW Women's World Champion, particularly Timeless Women's World Champion now, for 82 days. Velvet closed the gap with a trip up by Toni Storm. Meanwhile, Toni Storm creates distance. Lights, camera, action. Oh, God, the hip attack. Damon asked for a close-up that time. That whiplash effect. And there's the DDT. There's the float over, too. That's a whoa.
I'm sure your brother, Keen A-Train, would sign up to take one of those hip attacks.
Weak-minded simpleton. Toni Storm right now.
Oh, please. You'd take one if it was the bunny.
No, I wouldn't. And you leave her out of this. You stop that.
I will not, because you know I'm right.
No, you're not. Look, I'm just going to say what I always echo. I look at women in wrestling for freaking wrestling. You all do what you wish. I will say this about Toni Storm, though. Oh, wait a minute. That's a reversal. Red Velvet sits in the cover. 2 count. It took a DDT, modified DDT of sorts, for Toni Storm to beat Rico at World's End as she was looking for that mix the kick. And Tony Storm, ankle lock. Okay. Wrenching back on the ankle and the surgery repaired knee, might I add, of Red Velvet, who came back from injury. Dragging her back towards center. Okay, Tony Storm, maybe you actually can be technical. And right now, the high angle, and that's it. Red Velvet taps.
Not sure if it was the wrench on the ankle or the added pressure that Tony put with the boot on the back of Red Velvet's head that made her submit.
Yeah.
But either way, she got the victory. She's got to be careful not to hold on to it too long, though.
Whoa. Okay.
Virtuosa in the ring with the timeless one.
Well, this might come down to Fujiwara armbar, Venus de Milo versus ankle lock now. That's interesting. Oh. I don't think Tony Storm appreciates Deon. And Lufa right now getting in between these two. The Butler didn't learn from last time. Again, long
Diana Purrazzo not backing down from Luther.
Yeah, I'll put the finger at Luther if he lays a finger on Diana Purrazzo. A new golden era, the Virtuosa, may be less than a month away. AEW Revolution, timeless Tony Storm defends the gold against Diana Purrazzo. Long may she fucking reign. Meanwhile, let's
gotta make sure you get that fucking in there.
You're damn fucking right. Hey, look, we're backstage with best friends and Rocky Romero.
Yes, they're supposed to be having a match on Rampage, I believe. Trios action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Undisputed Kingdom, I believe.
Oh, fuck.
Minus Wardlow. So Roddy, Taven, and Bennett.
Fair enough. Of course, for Pungy Vice, you see Trent and Rocky Romero. And Orange Cassidy, yeah.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy's there, and yeah, that's what we're doing.
Whatever.
I mean, it's just wear and tear on the body. I mean, that's what it means to be a fine champion, but some people on other companies don't know what that means. So
let me just say, it's awesome to see Rocky Romero on TV more.
Right.
Yes, I agree.
Freaking Trenton sitting there going, I wonder if we can look as good in denim as Renee and Cassidy do. No, probably not.
Anyway. I was going to bring it in. I want to go bring it in. I mean,
Coming up next, Trios action with the BCC taking on the CMLL contingent. That'll be after a commercial break.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff, Renee. Great job. Trios match up next here on Dynamite. Again, let me just say real quick. This division's got so much fucking potential with the Virtuosa at the helm. I'm just saying. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Tony Khan has got the talent.
Yes.
He just needs to book it better.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And preach the gospel.
They have got almost 60 women on the roster mixed between. No, I take that back because I did the numbers. It's closer to like 40 something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mixed between Ring of Honor and AEW.
Yes.
We see about 10 of them a week on the program, and it's the same 10.
Yep.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I love seeing Sky Blue on a consistent basis.
I
love seeing Timeless Tony. I love seeing Deonna Purrazzo. I love seeing Willow. I've gotten to where I tolerate seeing Chris Statlander. But can we get some of the other fucking women on the program on a regular basis, please? And if we're going to put Queen Aminata on every fucking broadcast, can we at least give her a win every now and again?
I think they're just
she's lost every fucking match she's had.
Yes.
Ring of Honor, too. She only win a Ring of Honor either, which is frustrating as hell.
And she's actually had mixed performance in Ring of Honor, but to your point, great showcases as of lately, but the result is what we're looking for. And it's almost like they're waiting to give her that result, then give her that all-in graphic like they did with the Bounty Hunter Brian Keith this past Friday, by the way. And I'm glad he deserved it. That guy is phenomenal. So
that was such a moment.
It was.
That was really cool.
Such a moment. I pointed out on my review to that. It wasn't even as much about the match with Eddie Kingston as it was the moment afterwards.
That was very cool. I will say this.
I had a hard time being an Eddie Kingston hater after that match. The way he walked up to Bounty Hunter, shook his hand, brought him in for an embrace. It's like, God damn it, Eddie. I can't actually talk shit about you today.
And he actually gave Brian the moment, by the way. He didn't make it about himself. Let's also keep that in mind. He literally gave Brian that moment and the ring. So at the end of the day, Eddie Kingston personality aside, you can't argue the man's outlook on the wrestling passion he showcases, and for others in the game that toil away like he has.
Eddie has definitely made it more difficult to be irked at him. Again, he and I will be what we'll be, but he's definitely turned a corner. I'll say this about the women's division thing. There was a great episode of I Love Lucy, and I think they were all great, but for being honest, but where the Ricardos and Merchants went into business. The Ricardos had the name. The Merchants had the know-how. The Ricardos had the name. Tony's got the names for this women's division. Just needs somebody with know-how.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, it's not difficult to book. He's got the financing. And to Matthew's point, whatever
outside the Footprint Center here in Arizona. Go ahead, Jeff. Make the rest of your point.
Whatever comes of this news with Scott, if it's not Vince level news, he is ideally suited to book a women's division. He's shown that.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
Absolutely.
All right, time for a little carnage, folks. Have fun.
Yes. BCC
You know what?
making their way to the ring to the sounds of John Moxley's theme.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, they are three wild things, JJ, and how eloquently put by Jeff. Yes, folks, welcome into the second hour of AEW Dynamite, by the way, as we start out with violence, Blackpool Combat Club and Trios actions, looking to show CMLL what being elite, what being real is truly all about. Let's not forget, they're making their AEW Trios debut, by the way, this year, after we've seen Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley and tag and singles affair. I mean, hell, Bryan Danielson started off the year, Physical Tsuchika Okada at Wrestle Kingdom, why Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley's been feuding with St. Taylor Promotions. But it was last week, Wednesday, when John Moxley saw the CMLL contingency, and they kind of wanted to make an welcome, like a bunch of outsiders, into their facility. And John Moxley was having none of it. Of course, we saw this past Saturday on Collision, the technical mad scientist, apologize if I push the name, Hencherico, as someone can correct me.
Hechicero, I believe.
Hechicero, thank you. Yeah, Hechicero take on Bryan Danielson and throw him for quite a loop. And why Bryan wanted to give the man respect, in other words, after getting the better of him with a roll-up pin, the CMLL contingency was having none of it. Of course, the CMLL trio made their debut on Rampage last week, beating Matt Menard, Christopher Daniels, and Matt Sydal in trios action. So we'll see tonight what happens.
Actually, it was a quartet. They had Cool Hand Ange in there, too.
That's right. I'm so used to the three because I've only thought about the three here. That's fair. But again, if anyone's going to back up their claim about what being the elite truly is, and this is all elite wrestling, not the other place, it's these three men. You see more of the CMLL. All right.
Mystico sitting in the middle there, of course, better known as Sin Cara from his run in the WWE for the
former
and stateside.
Yeah, about to say. CMLL, by the way, the oldest promotion in Mexico. Of course, we've already seen a couple of these men in action.
Yes.
I gotta be real with you though. Hechicero impressed the hell out of me Saturday night. That was ridiculous.
Same.
Balador Jr.
Yeah, we've seen all of these guys in action. These were the three. These were all three of these plus Mystico were in the action against Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ange, Christopher Daniels, and Matt Sydal.
Balador Jr., 26-year veteran, former NWA World Historic Champion. Mystico, like you said, former Sin Cara, 25-year vet, World Trios Champion at CMLL, Azteca Champion, six-man tag team champion, and of course, Hechicero, 22-year veteran of the game, a CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. For those that don't know, CMLL, better known as Consejo de Lucha Libre, a promotion that started back in 1933, honors the art of Lucha Libre still to this day. And they have a continued working relationship, particularly with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
There you go. Walter with the hot take here. Sin Cara is not even in the match, and somehow he'll get an injury tonight.
Damn, that is harsh. That is harsh, dude. Ouch.
Goddamn, Walter.
Out of line, but probably not wrong as the bell rings and
That's
we
fair.
get the action going here.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and kick this six-man tag off. And for those that don't know these CML superstars, you can see more of them involved in Fantastica Mania and New Japan World. They've also been involved on NJPW Strong pay-per-views in the past, such as Resurgence and Lone Star Shootout. It looks like we're kicking things off with that Collision Classic revisited. That's Sarah and Bryan Danielson. Try to pick the leg, Bryan Danielson. Though. And by the way, I also want to put this in perspective. This weekend, by the way, Bryan Danielson is taking on Zack Sabre Jr. in Osaka on Sunday.
Jesus.
They're running it back, JJ. They're fucking running it back.
I know Noah will be watching that.
If it's during open mic night, I apologize for my Tourette's in general. Modified. Oh, look at that. Modified bow and arrow sorts here.
Brian got to be careful not to get his shoulders down. Reverses out of it.
And, of course, Hechizero known for that mad scientist alchemy of sorts. A technical wizard. And the way that he just moves his body and able to just, find a... You see the bruising on Bryan Danielson's elbows. Good grief.
Especially a man of his size. Like, he is not a small dude. When you think of luchadors, you think about tiny guys.
Body truck Credo.
You think about Juventud Guerrera. You think about Rey Mysterio, Psychosis.
Yeah, see.
This dude has got some meat on his bones. He is not a tiny tot.
I mean, again, we talk about...
Jesus, look at the way he's rolling Danielson around the ring there.
And going for the cover, hooking the legs. Oh, my goodness. Hooked both arms, by the way, with a single leg.
Hechicero impressed the shit out of me on Collision.
He's still impressed.
Doing it again right now.
Can I get Hechicero versus Orange Cassidy? Uh-oh. Claudio Castagnoli coming in. Here we go. This is about to pick up.
Ooh. How about Hechicero versus Ospreay?
Okay. I'll take that. And again, still so much more to come. Look at the size difference to your point. I feel bad for Mascara. Oh, ouch. Murata just fires the first shot, and Claudio's like, okay.
Brush his shoulders off.
Well, actions speak louder than words, and Claudio's action says a whole lot right now. He's just stepping into it, and Claudio's unfazed. Oh, there you go.
Bumps the foot to drop the big man down, up and over.
Don't blink, by the way, folks. Again, we know that this young man has the speed advantage. Meanwhile, taking Claudio up and over. Claudio with the strength, though, able to prevent the Casadora.
Oof.
Oh, God. The back heel trip. Again,
Claudio goes,
He's a super freak of an athlete. I'm just putting it out there. Monkey flip. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Bounce on the top rope with the moonsault. Looking for the takeover to Harris. And catches Claudio and sends him to the outside.
I want to see Claudio do his swing on Hechicero.
How many revolutions do you expect in Spanish?
At least a dozen.
I don't know what 12 is in Spanish. Walter.
We'll see.
Oh, fair enough. Tad Volador Jr., an enemy, particularly of record male, Tad John Moxley. And this was the guy that John Moxley first instigated, by the way, last week, Wednesday. You need to look at the series of matches that Volador Jr. had, folks, with the likes of Rocker Romero to really understand this guy. Just saying. Oh, God. Gets in the midsection. Thrown off to the side headlock. John Moxley sends him up the ropes. Meanwhile, handstand springboard. Whoop. John Moxley with a skeleton, though. That's the clothesline. And Volador Jr. takes John Moxley down with the Tejas to the outside.
There's a question in the OMN group chat. Apparently, Noah, maybe you can answer this. Where's Wheeler Yuta been?
That's a good question. I don't know if he's injured or not. I believe he's still Ring of Honor Pure Champion, but I haven't even heard Heino tell of him lately on Ring of Honor. I don't know. The last time I remember seeing him, I think he was defending the Ring of Honor Pure Championship, but I forget who. Oh, emotions boiling over here. Referee Brandon Martinez trying to gain control here. Golly.
Vicious chop by Moxley there.
Again, John Moxley right now and Volador Jr., the two legal men. Volador, though, again, outspeeding Moxley. Gaining distance off the ropes, and Volador up and over. Lands on his feet, though.
It's weird to see a luchador without a mask.
Yeah, right? Whoa, Tope Suicida!
It's like, we know how sacred the masks are to them, so he must have had one at one point and lost it in a match.
Well, we also know in the art of Lucha Libre, sometimes when a luchador loses their mask, that's the end of their career as well. That's how sacrilegious the mask is. And we will continue the action here. And this match with some very combustible elements in Restaurant Quiet picture-in-picture, folks. Stay tuned. Anyway, we've got a moment to breathe here.
Yes.
Docena doesn't in Spanish. Oh, okay. Thank you, Walter. But yeah, as far as Wheeler Yuta goes, I don't think he's been in action since losing to Hook. Oh, God! For the FTW Championship during the 0 hour at the end of December last year, but I could be wrong. I looked that up. That's a good question. Tab made to Brian Daniels. And again, folks, if you are a fan of CMLL, if you are a fan of Lucha Libre, if you're a fan of professional wrestling, check out NJPW and their Fantastica Mania tour that's coming up. And also this Sunday in Osaka, it's Will Ospreay's last match in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Dog Pound Steel Cage, 5-on-5, 10-man action. It will be United Empire versus the War Dogs. We also have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Brian Danielson 2, where Zack Sabre Jr. says he will tap Brian out. And it's Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the final time. And so much more. Oh, God. Caught him with the buzzsaw kick. Cover, hook of the far leg, and a 2 count.
What do you think about the mysterious video they've been showing on NXT lately? They showed it at Vengeance Day, showed it again last night. The whole 3 faces. I'm wondering if that's not for Kazuchika Okada, bro.
Well, Okada's had that attitude of Inokiism. He's also had that attitude of fun. And at the end of the day, he's also one of the most serious final boss competitors you will ever meet in this business. He holds himself to that high of a regard. It does lead me thinking about the dark screen and the steps. Takes me back to the Wrestle Kingdom 14 entrance. It could be him, but I'm just not sure. Although Kazuchika Okada is either dragging out fuck WrestleMania. That's the match I want to see now at Stand Delivered. I argue to say your NXT Stand Delivered will be more important to me than Wrestle Kingdom or WrestleMania. I just said it out loud. So it's not too far of the possibility, but the thing that throws me off is the text. The text is so weird. It reminds me of Slender Man. It just feels like somebody more manipulative and dark and rather fierce and dangerous in a different capacity. But I can't picture it to who. The only other person I could think of that might show that violent tendency that could work, also from New Japan, Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga's done New Japan Pro Wrestling too, not to mention Son of a Girl cover too. So it makes me think it is a free agent from New Japan, but I don't think it's Okada because at the end of the day, Kazuchika Okada is fucking Kazuchika Okada. I know Michael Satomura is a coach and had one match in NXT practically, but Okada is not NXT level. He has made event level. Then again, maybe he doesn't want to be the complacent Rainmaker. So I don't know, and I almost don't want to believe it's Okada because I'm just not sure how they'll handle him with their track record.
Here comes the big swing, just not the Hechicelo.
And welcome back to AEW Dynamite, folks. Trios actually here. CMLL versus Blackpool Combat Club. To continue more of my diatribe, I'll do a next picture-in-picture. I paused myself. I think that was Cinco. That maybe CS. Tag to Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley in the cover immediately and gets a 2 count. Of course, we've seen Jon can be both a brawler, but he can also be very technical. Jon Moxley's one of those hybrid wrestlers of the sorts that we've seen as of late that's really adapted to any style. He even said that in his diatribe last week after Dynamite, how the Blackpool Combat Club respects legacy, honors all forms of professional wrestling, disciplines themselves in any variety. And in a way, you kind of can see that in every member of Blackpool Combat Club on this trio side. That's our Dave. Catches him with a thrust kick. Takes Jon Moxley down, and Volador Jr. now desperate in need of a tag. I'll just go ahead and finish my sentence real quick. I just don't think it's Okada because I think Okada's worth more than NXT, and WWE's track record of male Japanese superstar speaks for itself. Ugh! What the hell happened to Boa? I'm just saying. Mascara Dorado up and over, up the road. Boy, that was messy. Botch. Someone put the graphic up. Arm drag, lace lock, meeting of the minds between Jon Moxley and Brian Danielson. Involuntary.
Ooh.
Nice step up off Jon Moxley. Thank you. Ugh! Rolling corkscrew kick. Catches Moxley. Now Claudio Castagnoli come in. Handstand, springboard. Whoa! Went for that kick again. Claudio scouted. That's the clothesline. Up and around.
Jesus.
What
the hair that he got.
Pop up to your hair as quite literally. The CMLL continues to see taking advantage here. Uh-oh, and it looks like all three luchadors are looking to fly. Stereo topes. One over the top and one in between the middle and top rope. And that leaves one man inside the ring.
Mascara Dorado.
Uh-oh. Mascara right now. Escalera up on the second rope. What the hell are you looking for? Wow, man!
Nice shooting
star-
star press.
And wipes the entire field out as the Lucha chants rain out. Referee starting his 10 count. Again, it's one of those home invasion type dealies here. Interpromotional trios affairs. So we got CMLL taking on All Elite Wrestling, where John Moxley says, we're not the other company. We actually fight. We actually wrestle here. Damn. Apparently no love lost for the previous employer. And I will give credit where credit's due for the other company. They actually have been showcasing quite well Lucha Libre. But I'll just save that conversation for another day. Volador Jr. up in the apron now. Bryan Danielson caught with a kick. Uh-oh. Hechicero now back in the ring. What the hell is this Mad Wizard looking for? Hammerlock. And he's swinging him out while he's hammerlocking the arm. What a backbreaker. But Dorado still the legal man. Dorado to the top rope. 550 splash connects. Dorado with the cover of Bryan, and Blackpool Combat Club breaks it up. Oof.
You know, that should have been a 3. The ref hesitated to get down there and count, and that hesitation cost the 3rd count.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I love Danielson, but that probably should have been a 3 count right there.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, Dijak, he broke a finger facing Wesley and still finished the match, but what do I know? And that was JJ's NXT. Up and over, can destroy him? Whoa! Cover 2! Actually, sunset flip powerbomb, Code Red of sorts, excuse me. That was just really impressive, the rotation there. Press kick. Uh-oh. Meanwhile,
backstabber.
Keyword backstabber. But Sagone! Father Jr. knocked out by Bryan Danielson. Now Mascara. Lorraine Bryan in. Hechicero catching him. Now Hechicero up to the top rope. Hechicero flies him with the clothesline. Wipes Bryan out. I need Claudio Castagnoli versus Hechicero now. Oof. And again, I do wonder if Cesar Maduro is going to either exploit his right arm or the recently fractured orbital. I'm thinking ahead of Sunday. Sorry, folks. This is the axe handle. Cazadora. Hechicero, though. Caught by Claudio in the waist lock. Back elbow strikes. Fighting back, though. Arm wringer. Drop toe hold there. The rollover. And now Hechicero with the setup and the cover. The cover! Whoa. Kyle able to fight back. At the ankle, but Hechicero, the roll through. Now steps through. What the hell? On the knees. Think about the pressure being applied right now on the knees of Clio in this modified knee bar sorts, and Bryan Danielson immediately coming to Clio's aid. That Yave style, that Angelico and Serpentico are known for so well. Hechicero on full display here. For those that don't know, the Yave style is, of course, the technical lucha libre style, a tradition held down in Mexico primarily. Angelico heavily disciplined in that, by the way, with the Navarro Death Row and the Angelico Special too. I need more Angelico on AEW personally, but I know that he and Serpentico are doing stuff in Ring of Honor. Whoa! The Rallo got launched up by Volador Jr. John Moxley wipes out Volador Mascara with the double clothesline. Hechicero now catching John Moxley, throws him in the corner. Whoa, Jesus! That wrapped the jaw with that freaking knee lift. Lyle Hopper, though, runs in with the uppercut. Connects looking for the clothesline. Hechicero off the ropes, up and around. Oh, Jesus. Guillotine of sorts cover. 2.
Wow.
Good grief. Guillotine DDT. Say that 3 times fast if you dare. Think about the way that Clio landed on his neck, by the way, too. Yeesh. Hechicero right now. Whoa, ref. Watch out, ref. Meanwhile,
let us not. There's 3 other CMLL members of ringside.
Wait, what just happened? Okay, Claudio with the cover, look at the leg, and Blackpool Combat Club at the wave. Wait, what just happened? Hold on. Wait. Well, I mean, yes, only if you get caught, right? Only if you get caught. Perfect knee lift right below the belt in the Fuevos.
They're hopping the ring here. The other CMLL members.
Blackpool Combat Club's outnumbered. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, they just competed, though, to be fair. But, I mean, dishonorable win. But at the end of the day, Oh, no, wait a minute. Here we go. Even up the sides. Glenn Ange, Matt Seidel, Christopher Daniels, and Matt Menard. I mean, they may not be allies of the Blackpool Combat Club. At the end of the day, AEW is their turf.
Yeah, they may not be allies of the BCC, but they're enemies of CMLL.
Well, at the end of the day, this is All Elite Wrestling versus CMLL. This is interpromotional warfare, and I do think something else is coming up very soon between these two promotions. But still,
possibly a little forbidden door action.
I mean, it's still a possibility. We still have, of course, some sort of announcement to come. What the hell is that in freaking Angelo Parker's hands? Still kind of nice. Action rolls on. Chris Jericho versus Konosuke Takeshita. And, of course, our main event, Texas Tornado Tag for the AEW Tattoo Championships. Wicked's Thoughts and Big Bill versus Sting and Darby Allin. A fun trios match, though. As Blackpool Combat Club outsmarts CMLL, at least this time.
And, outsmart, punching the cock, whatever works, whatever works.
Wait,
Meanwhile, backstage.
Uh-oh.
That's Chuck Taylor. He's not
even Chuck Taylor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Well,
Chuck Taylor was already out with an injury. That's why the match for Rampage wasn't going to be 4-on-4. And they decided to send Wardlow out because Chuck Taylor couldn't compete. Looks like they're taking a little bit more advantage and weakening Chuck Taylor even further.
Clearly sending a message to Orange Cassidy as, again, Roderick Strong will challenge Orange Cassidy as of right now for the AEW International Championship as we go on full commercial break and have a moment to breathe. That was a fun match. I enjoyed that. I mean, the ending was what it was, but it's Blackpool Combat Club. Nothing surprising me by them anymore. I'm just saying.
No, that's fair. While we're on a full commercial break, I know Jeff wanted to throw to our most recent watch-along trailer so we can see everything else that Noah's going to be losing his voice to, calling the action for. Let's take a look at that.
Here we go. Get the actions ready.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
All the professional wrestling, damn it, and sports entertainment. Though NXT is kind of taking more of my attention.
Spread that love. Learn the rest of them, Noah. Learn the rest of them.
They must unlearn what they have. The next step is for Noah to go to www.shot.com and buy the Ladies of Chase U calendar. That way he can mark down all the NXT watch-alongs on the calendar.
They actually have to keep it in stock for more than a day first, though.
Hey, you know what? It's back in stock. Last I checked. No, it's sold out again? Wow.
People are all about.
Wow. Hopefully Walter got it this time.
Nope,
Noah,
he didn't.
to your point, Revolution, Roadblock, and Sacrifice are all the same week.
Yep.
At first we were just acknowledging Revolution and Roadblock, but Sacrifice is that Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Noah is going to be going insane in the brain. May as well call him Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Winter phase of happened. Winter phase of happened, I suppose.
Happy birthday to me after my 41st birthday. That whole next week we got 3 watch-alongs. I'm here for it, brother.
Hey, all the wrestling.
Oh, it's Tony Khan's announcement. Let's see what he's
Here we go. Here we go.
I am very excited. Big announcement. We're AEW's returning to Boston on Wednesday, March 13th. That would be a very important night for AEW entire wrestling world industry because Wednesday, March 15th, 5 weeks in the night, will be
AEW
Big
Big Business.
AEW Big Bit. Oh, it's a theme Dynamite, and look at
Yes,
that.
it's special event. So wait a minute. Big Business in
Big business
Boston.
in Boston
Boss.
from the announced from the boss himself. Interesting. I like the graphic. So
And
folks,
look at
stay
the
tuned
way
for
the
that.
city is sparkling, very much like her old entrance. Yeah.
Big business,
I
folks. Get your tickets now.
seriously doubt that's gonna have to be the debut of Mercedes
It's
Moné.
gotta be. It's gotta be. And I'm all for it because I want to see business pick up for this fucking women's division with the Virtuosa as champion and a boss opposition to face her. But in the
Yeah,
meantime,
Mercedes will be in catering after 6 weeks.
So
try and be optimistic on the AEW women's division booking. As we
Have
have
Tony
Judas.
Khan give me a reason to be optimistic about the women's division booking.
That's fair. Anyway, Judas is playing, so I'm just going to be quiet right now. As of course, now we move into our exhibition here. Chris Jericho, 28-8-1 singles record, coming off a win against Kyle Fletcher last week as the war against the Don Callis family continues. As of course, JJ, tonight he faces Konosuke Takeshita for the second time ever one-on-one action. The last time these two faced each other, Jericho got the better of the former 5-time KOD champion in DDT Pro in November in a 23-minute bout. What's funny here, though, is the very first time Chris Jericho and Konosuke faced each other was as a tag team, when Don Callis was trying to manipulate, it seemed, Chris Jericho into his new family. And, of course, the truth was found through a painting by Mel Coleman, shattered across his head. And Chris Jericho's been at odds end and will stop at nothing to get his hands on Don Callis, as everybody enjoys the Judas sing-along. My life, da-da-da. Anyway, non-copyright. I don't care what anyone says. There's never a bad time for a Judas sing-along.
No, not at all.
I'm just going to say that for the record. Anyway, respect women's wrestling, damn it. Tony Khan, don't fuck up your division, what could be the greatest year in your company's history for the women's wrestling division. And it starts with Revolution crowning your champion, but I don't digress. Floyd the baseball bat in hand as this dark aura looms over the AEW landscape, which can only mean one thing. Here comes the Alpha, accompanied by the virus, Don Callis. Oh boy. Of course, JJ, Don Callis, Kristen Konosuke Takeshita, the Alpha, record now 27-10 after beating Kenny Omega last year at AEW All Out. Takeshita, one of the most unique rising stars on the scene now underneath the dark influence and tutelage of Don Callis. First note to the Takeshita also has a loss previously to not only Chris Jericho, but the Golden Jets. I'm going to ask you a question here, JJ. You look at Konosuke Takeshita. This guy you didn't know nothing about. You see what he's capable of. You see his explosive power. You see his agility. You see what he brings to the table. Do you think he actually needs Don Callis to be elevated in this company?
Fuck no.
I was wondering, like, what took us such experience for so long? Don Callis and Chris Jericho again. Don Callis for over 30 plus years of friendship for money and power. No surprise there as Jericho sets the catch up and over face first in the apron. Takeshita right now a little bit taken away by that. Oh my goodness.
Did I just see what I thought I saw?
Yes, you did.
It looks like Don Callis tried to smack the shit out of Takeshita.
He did, because he's trying to fuel Takeshita's hatred. Remember, that's the whole reason Kyle Fletcher joined the Don Callis family. And of course, Kyle Fletcher, current Ring of Honor World Television Champion, lost to Chris Jericho last week. And of course, we saw the Don Callis family still have their MO out for Chris Jericho. That's why Sammy Guevara right now is nowhere to be seen. Once again, out injured. Let's not forget, Battle of the Belts 9, called brilliantly by you guys, by the way. It started off with a freaking street fight against Ricky Starks and Big Bill. And it was the Don Callis family with the brainbust on the floor of Jericho. Ah, that allowed.
Let's not forget, we saw Sammy Guevara, I believe it was Rampage, and he is back and out for revenge against Powerhouse Hobbs.
Considering Powerhouse Hobbs put Ricky Starks out of the way after a freaking fall from grace, turned into a nightmare that literally cost them the titles. I can't say I don't blame him. That's again the Don Callis family making sure they take everything away from Jericho, so there'll be nothing left but the tears. Big senton drop by Konosuke to Jericho. That entire group just crashing down the torso of Chris Jericho, this tested, respected vet over 30 plus years in the game, 50 some odd years of age. Takeshita right now up the ropes, right now. Oh, just flies in with the clothesline. Jesus. Didn't go for the cover, just going for more punishment. Just a ground and pound here. Now goozling Chris Jericho. And of course, AEW will be starting their Canadian tour next month as well. Visiting places like Windsor, Ontario, Quebec City, Quebec, Toronto, Ontario, and so much more in the later part of March as AEW goes Canadian, ending in London, Ontario, looks like Sunday, March 30th. Good for them. I like the fact they're visiting, up north. It's a good territory considering how much the roster's from Canada. And Kenny Omega get well
that's
soon,
fair.
by the way.
Definitely a lot of history in the Canadian era. You think about Bret Hart, you think about Owen Hart, of course. You think about Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega.
Calgary Stampede. And of course, the Owen
I don't
Hart.
think the Owen will happen then. It's a little too early. They tend to do that in June.
I
Between
agree.
Double or Nothing, like right after Double or Nothing.
I agree, but usually, again, we're talking about all the Canadian stuff. Let's not forget, again, Calgary Stampede, but Houston.
Speaking of the devil, there's Sammy Guevara.
Powerhouse Hobbs is unaffected by that chair shot.
Well, no, of course he's not. You seen how massive Powerhouse Hobbs is?
Yeah, but again, Sammy, he's local, right? Off the steps with the cutter! Well, that's one way to even the odds. And again, Sammy Guevara with the equalizer now. The Hobbs see if he's brought here. Oh, Jesus!
Unprotected air shot to the dome sends Hobbs over the barricade.
He didn't see that coming at all. Meanwhile, Konosuke flies in though with the knee, pushes Jericho back to the corner, elevated knee strike. As security right now is going after Sammy and Powerhouse Hobbs, who are fighting amongst the fans to protect the fans for Pete's sake. Wrecking ball drop kick by Chris Jericho takes Konosuke down to the floor. We gotta watch Don Callis though, still looming on the outside. And Chris Jericho donning that mask. The Oni mask, Oni for those that don't know, is a Japanese deity. Crashing down on Konosuke Takeshita. As this match and this war between Jericho and the Don Callis family will continue now in Restaurant Quiet Picture-in-Picture. So, yeah, an announcement that Tony Khan is going to book AEW Dynamite, TD Garden, where big business will be presented and will pick up.
Yes,
so,
and it is now official. We will be doing a watch along for that. Jeff has just made the graphic, sent it to me. I don't know if he has it loaded, so I'm going to try and talk and stall until I see it pop up on the screen. Come on, Jeff, you can do it.
Because we're
Let's
going to be
see the graphic.
graphic.
And Noah, do you see the way they spelled Boston with two S's that are dollar signs?
Well, big business.
The
means
boss
big money.
or Monet? The boss.
How about that?
That's what caught my eye when I screenshotted it at first. Because I sent him this graphic first. Then I found another graphic on the website, which I sent to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But as soon as I screenshotted it, I didn't catch it when I saw it on the TV.
Yeah.
As soon as I screenshotted it, I noticed the boss, BOSSTON, with the S's and dollar signs. And it's like, they're not even trying to be slick about it.
Well, it's
no,
the internet.
no.
You can't protect anything. It's probably already been spoiled by every clickbait, dirt sheet, or foolish individual with a Reddit account right now. Because nothing's sacred in this industry. You know that. So Tony Khan has to play just the obvious herring.
JJ, when you get somebody the caliber of Bruce Springsteen, you announce it. The boss is going to be a Dynamite. Come on.
Bruce Springsteen in the audience.
Hey,
That's
that
awesome.
would make sense if it was in New Jersey, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Asbury Park.
It wasn't a botch. It was on purpose, you shit.
But I mean, still, imagine though he lied to us and he got that instead as like a special guest appearance or a performance because, hey, we all know what the biggest influence is.
People would lose their minds.
I would crack up.
I would too.
That'd be hilarious.
What you do is you have Bruce walk out there. People just, and then he puts his arm out, and Mercedes walks out there and goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm late. I'm good. I'm here.
Hey, Mercedes Moné rolls with the stars, right? Because she's worth that money, right? That's big business.
Let's have that money,
dude. Gotta have that money.
I hope this. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just saying. I hope this completely non-subtle graphic actually means it because, man. Whether she's in catering in 6 weeks or not, damn, it's going to be good to see her getting some quality time. Anyway,
I completely agree with what Matthew said. I still don't think that she's going to elevate or help the women's roster all that much. Way too much baggage and not worth the money that, TK had to shell out for her. Well, and Wesley, if you were paying attention, you would have heard us say, we don't think that the Owen will happen during that tour of Canada. Thank you for tuning in and paying attention.
And Kanosuke flies with a toe pick all over the top to the floor, wipes out Jericho as we are back, folks. AEW Dynamite continues tonight. Our main events to the company AEW Tag Team Championships. Darby Allin and Sting taking on Ricky Starks and Big Bill. And speaking of our champs, of course, they were able to successfully handle business, defending against Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, faces the Kyle's family. Made official now Wednesday, March 13th. AEW Big Business from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Big business going down. Oh! In Boston.
Do you think it's a mistake for AEW to do a TV special that close coming out of Revolution?
Considering it's literally the following week after, what the Lions saw missing. I mean, again, March is going to be a madhouse of madness in this industry, considering everything's going to be prepared to go on at the end of the month. And you consider that the week that we just talked about, Revolution, Roadblock, and Sacrifice. That's 3 companies doing something on the same week. I think Tony Khan was kind of wiser to do it afterwards because that week has nothing right now besides them as the focus.
Well, but my point is that you're already getting Revolution in March.
Yes.
And odds are you're going to get Double or Nothing in May. Yes. Wouldn't it have been smart to save that for April when you're not going to have a major event and do a TV special in April? I get trying to book venues can sometimes be difficult. Yeah. And if you want to do this at the TD Garden, maybe that was the only day it was available.
That's it.
But I just doing a TV special a week and a half after a pay-per-view seems a little bit excessive to me.
I can understand where you're coming from, but again, you kind of point out a key factor here. At the end of the day, when these venues are booked, they're booked based on a schedule and when you pay for them. And who knows how long in advance this building was booked for. I don't know how far in advance wrestling promotions, marketing departments actually not only advertise, but book. Because I imagine you got to book it first, then you pay for it, and then you market it, and then you advertise it. It's got to be like that type of process because to book something that big, shortly after your pay-per-view, but a week after the Fallout concludes, there has to be a purpose to it. Again, though, I don't understand this wrestling business. I'm not even 1,000-air. I'm lucky to be 100-air more than 2 weeks at a time. And that just goes to bills. Cover by Jericho to the far leg. 2 count on Kanosuke. Barely able to kick out there. It does also make me wonder, to your point, is April going to be like maybe a focus on like Battle of the Belts? Because I remember last year after WrestleMania, the first Dynamite was a special into Battle of the Belts the weekend, and that Dynamite had big matches and a rival, Switchblade Jay White. So I wonder if he does have like just something planned in principle for April. If nothing else, hype up Double or Nothing or, what they might do during the summer, including the Owen, to your point. Jericho off the second rope. Brings up and Blue Thunderbomb connects cover. Two, don't say it, damn it. Go ahead, say it. You not gonna say it?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something else.
Oh, you're fine, brother. Konosuke just did a Blue Thunderbomb. Got a 2 count. Whipping that knockout knee strike. Judas Effect blocked by Jericho. Meanwhile, Konosuke, once again, rising knee strike, rocks Jericho to the corner.
Since it was asked for, Blue Thunderbomb never gets a 3 count.
God
there we go.
God bless it. One of these days, it's going to happen in AEW. Mark my words. Because AEW does it more than... Never mind. I'm not going there. Hurricane Rana at Sem
Jericho going to the high rent district.
This is not going to end well, I fear.
No.
The mounting
you can
position.
see.
Oof. Ooh. I think his head just dodged the post up, thankfully, but still, that was not pretty. That was nasty.
Barely.
And what the hell is Konosuke looking for here? Oh, man! Avalanche Blue Thunder Bomb! Cover 2!
No, Jesus.
And that was just because that was a
see it one more time.
Really slow cover up. Watch this. Boom.
God damn.
Imagine the shock up your body for Jericho when he landed on that. Ouch. Jericho rocked. Konosuke looking for the knockout knee strike. Knee pad down. Jericho catching him the double leg. The turnover. Looking for the walls. But again, the work.
Callis with the chair, though.
Oh,
slide the chair into the ring.
And Bryce sees it. Meanwhile, Don Callis.
The red herring. Of course he saw it.
Oh, Jesus! He just screwed Driver Jericho in the head. The fuck, man!
And now Takeshita putting Jericho into the walls himself.
Okay, now that's a statement. That's a wrong statement. Jericho's knocked out 2. He got spiked. There goes 1. There goes 2. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Not like this.
Oh, Jericho still has some fight in him.
Chris Jericho's still alive in this.
Takeshita driving him to the center of the ring.
Oh, high angle. JJ, ow. High angle. Remember the shock up the spine. Jericho had no choice but to tap.
It's a little bit closer to the OG Lion Tamer. He just didn't have the knee in the back of the neck there.
Yeah, he didn't need it, though, after that impact off that Avalanche Blue Thunder Bomb. Again, the shot driven up Chris Jericho's spine and body. That was fugly. That's an insulting win, though. But again, Don Callis gets the better of Chris Jericho and embarrasses him. Konosuke Takeshita, the Alpha, beats the other Alpha, Chris Jericho. And the Don Callis family once again tries to take everything they can away and leave nothing but the tears. Jericho left a heap. Well, still the kind of night. Our main event comes up very soon as the AEW title chairs will be on the line. Ricky Starks and Big Bill defending against Sting and Darby Allin, Texas Tornado Tag Rules. And our main event is coming up next. So stay tuned, folks. See if Sting gets one last accolade before it's showtime for the final time.
The Founder's growing weary of the repetition in the chat room. Anyway.
What about the chat room? I'm not looking at the chat room.
Don't worry about it.
I said the Founder's getting weary of the bullshit in the chat room from particular people that just don't understand. So it's okay.
Yep, and I'm just telling Noah, don't worry about it.
I'm just
looking at the Banhammer's for Muckerfuthers. Anyway.
I'm just looking at the monitor. I'm just doing my job. I'm just looking at
the monitor. No. You are doing exactly what we need you to do. You're good. Now, I will say before, since we have a full commercial, we're not calling action or whatever. I just want to say again, thank you to everybody who is tuning in. I know we didn't get a whole lot of promotion about this as far as on before we went live. That was my fault because I was trying to balance the Greg Cherry show and the flood that's coming back in tonight, apparently. So I get to try to bottle all that shit up before I go out for the night. That'll be fun. I also want to thank everybody at home for continuing to watch our stuff, period. Be it JJ's content on his channel, be it the predictions that Noah hosts, the prediction leagues that Noah hosts, be it my own content. It is more appreciated than I can express. There is a minority in the little circle we've created here that seem to have an issue with the way that we do our streams, the way I do my stuff. And I am so privileged to come before you guys, so many times per week, as are we all here across the Multiverse of Media. So thank you to everybody that is still sticking with us and still enjoying what we do, how we do it. And we look forward to what's to come tomorrow with this very anticipated WrestleMania kickoff thing in Vegas, with JJ and I and JJ's father talking about the greatest songs in the history of the Beatles, celebrating 60 years since they were on the Ed Sullivan Show, which is bananas to me. It's been 60 years.
Yeah.
And
it was 60 years ago today, actually, that they touched down in New York.
Yes.
Ahead of their appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show.
They weren't even in the building yet.
Was that the airport that would become JFK Airport?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it had already been renamed or not, but yes, it was that airport.
It may have been. It was only a few months after
February of '64, so it could have.
Yeah.
It could have
been. I'll have to look into that before we go live on Friday. We'll have to check that out for sure.
But regardless, 60 years ago today, the Beatles as a band touched down on American soil for the first time.
God, it's crazy.
George had been over here once prior by himself to visit family.
Right.
It was the first time them as a collective touched down and Beatlemania really began to sweep the states.
It is bonkers that you think about stuff like that and it was, dude, the world changed. The world changed when they got here. That's just the end. It's the end of the story.
Yeah.
The end of that sentence, the beginning of the story, I should say. But yeah, that's just going to be a cool week, a cool weekend. I get to hang out with rock icons of my own. We'll talk more about that during this shift. But man, here we go. Woo.
Yep. JJ, chat. It's main event time on AEW Dynamite, and the snow is falling inside the building, and that can only mean one thing. Here comes Sting!
And Darby Allin.
Yeah, that's right. And it's time for AEW Tag Team Championship match. The first title shot of the tag team for this team, 14-0.
Yep. 14-0, and this is their first shot at gold as a tag team. That is freaking ridiculous.
For real, though. The only way I can see it
hugging
being
his
feasible.
Family, I guess those are his sons.
Yes,
those are awesome.
Yeah, Steven, and I forget his other kid's son's name. God, I'm an asshole for that because I've met these boys in person. But they were boys when I was 20 years ago. 23. God, 23 years. I'm gonna get my walking stick. Pardon me.
Let me go ahead and just do this for you, Jeff. Sting, who is 64 years of age, a respected 38-year veteran of the game, has not held a tag title since he was tag champion alongside Kurt Angle in TNA. But for now, JJ.
Wait a minute. How old did you say he is?
64.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Bump, bump. There we go.
We did just finish talking about the Beatles, so I felt like it was only perfect.
That's fair, but that was also an absolutely great transition. That's absolutely like a Starks and Big Bill make their way, and they are 6-0 as a tag team, and their 123-day reign as AEW tag team champions.
I am so torn in this match for so many reasons. It sucks.
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Ricky Starks. He is absolutely the future of the business.
Pun intended.
Yes.
But you have got to give Steen and Darby one run with the titles, even though it'll be less than 30 days before they drop them.
Yeah.
They deserve these belts before Steen hangs it up. To be 14-0, to have been undefeated while the rankings were still going before they got rid of them when a certain Second City Saint came in.
Yeah,
there's no reason they shouldn't have gotten a shot prior to this. Keep in mind, folks, this is tornado tag rules. All four men involved at once.
Yeah, you see referees on the outside. Keep an eye on all four men. But again, the pinfall can only take place inside the ring. JJ as Darby Allin driven head first into the barricade.
Right in front of Steen's kids, by the way.
Sure.
Sting and Ricky Starks are, of course, finding out amongst the audience, as AEW is always about that interactive fan engagement. It's crazy to me looking at Sting nowadays. This guy that was the first ever tag accolade he got, 1986, alongside Eddie Gilbert, UWF Tag Championship. Went through WCW, Tag Champ Rick Steiner, Lex Luger, The Giant, Forza, and Kevin Nash. And then, of course, TNA, he became the icon there. TNA World Heavyweight Champion 4 times over, one time literally passing the torch to AJ Styles, as I alluded to, as I watched No Surrender 2009. Former tag champ alongside Kurt Angle. He hasn't had a title, though, since 2011. And here he is in 2024 competing for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
That's crazy when you think about it. And arguably, we discussed this before, but arguably the best run in Steen's career since he was the Joker in TNA.
Exactly.
He has wrestled through 6 U.S. presidencies, some of them 2-term.
Right?
It's bananas to me.
He stood the test of time. It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
And I would argue, gentlemen, that he's in better shape now than he was when WCW ended.
The damn dude doing New Jack dives off a damn ladder through a broken table, letting Sammy Guevara crush his ribs with a freaking...
Oh, shit.
Oh, why did I say it?
Steen is perched up above the entryway there.
To be fair,
this is not going to be good.
Well, this is nothing new.
Nope.
You know Sting's career.
I know we know Steen's career, but this is something we expect Darby to do. Steen flies off the top of the entryway.
Well, remember, it was Darby Allin that influenced Sting that said that you still got it. Come here and find yourself in AEW. Darby Allin's the reason we got Sting in the first place. When Sting showed up in Winter is Coming in 2020, take a look at this madman diving off to your point.
64 years old. You said it a second ago.
That's crazy son of a bitch.
You got to wonder what some of Steen's old tag team partners are thinking about this, man. Are they sitting at home cheering him on? Are they looking down upon him from the heavens above? Think about the Ultimate Warrior, as you talked about, Lex Luger.
Nash, Paul White's probably there.
Well,
that's fair.
Most likely. As we continue this madness in picture, don't go anywhere, folks. We continue talking about the legacy of Sting, and we're definitely going to talk more verbatim about his legacy at AEW Revolution, where it's Showtime for the last time, and we still don't know Sting's final fucking match.
It's crazy to me. Like I said, I always say this every time we talk about Sting, but I have the Sting story. What can I do? Talking to him in April or May of 2001 and being uncertain about his future and where he would go if he'd ever be wrestling again. That was 23 fucking years ago. It's crazy to me. And he went in that match with Nate. Nate was out of shape, beat to hell. Didn't even wrestle he wrestled with a t-shirt on. Sting's shoulder was still beat up. His entire body was beat up. He was 13 years into his career then.
And of course, in the beginning of his career, Ric Flair was the one that moved Sting into the icon that he is. He even said it. And we're going to the place where it all began, Greensboro, North Carolina.
I actually watched that clash.
North Carolina.
Sting.
I actually watched that clash back. I watched that clash back, and then I got into my. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over the. Actually, I know we had action in the ring.
No, you're fine. It's action around the ring, but go ahead and do your point as JJ alluded to. Apron, chair. Right now, it's just madness, right? JJ, it's not wrestling. It's just madness.
No, but it's exactly what you expect. It helps hide Sting's weaknesses at this point in his career.
To be fair,
doling out punishment with the steel chair, taking turns, cracking Big Bill and Ricky Starks.
Let's also think
legend looming large over the fallen Big Bill as Darby rolls Ricky back into the ring.
I don't think Sting's been involved in a normal tag team match his entire AEW career. I'd look at Falls Count Anywhere. I look at Stampedes. I look at Anarchies. I look at Trios, Turmoil. I look at the fact that he was in freaking New York, Arthur Ashe Stadium with a fucking Great Muta came out and helped him against the House of Black. I don't think Steve's been in a normal tag match his entire career. Hell, his first match after coming to AEW, again, how far this goes back to AEW, Rick Starks was pinned by Sting at AEW Revolution 2021. And that match was cinematic.
Yep.
I mean, again, you got to hide Steen's weaknesses. I'm not saying that Steen is horrible, but at his age, he can't go like he used to.
No.
So you got to accentuate the positives, hide the weaknesses. How do you hide the weaknesses? You make matches like this where shenanigans can occur, and he doesn't have to go in there and put on a technical wrestling masterpiece.
Or try and wrestle Ric Flair in TNA in 2012.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. We're beyond their prime. AEW Tag Team Championships on the line here today on Tag. Stay with the splash.
Splash.
A big bill. A big bill. The clothesline. Jeez. That was just a clubbing shot. Usually Sting's the one that absorbs punishment. Big Bill absorbed that splash and decked Sting for it. And what's funny about this, Big Bill, this AEW Tag Team Champions is his only accolade so far his entire wrestling career. And again, that goes back to the chip on Big Bill's giant shoulders, and Darby Allin gets caught. Oh, God!
Oh, Jesus! What a black hole slam. Big Bill catches Darby trying to dive through the ropes, swings him around, and drops him on the mat outside.
Damn, how many burrows did Big Bill swing Darby Allin for before planting him on the floor?
Boom!
Damn.
Oh, man.
Chris Parks at home going.
Left in the ring is Ricky Starks.
Well, again.
And how long will that last?
Well, I'm not sure how long this collision's going to last. And of course, collision takes place this Saturday night on TNT. And we know we got Orange Cassidy defending the AEW National Championship against Tomohiro Ishii. Still more matches to come. Big Bill right now bringing Darby Allin back inside. Again, folks, this match is tornado tab. It is for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Ricky Starks and Big Bill's fourth defense. They've outlasted 4 teams in a ladder match. They outlasted Blackpool Combat Club. Ooh, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. They outlasted, of course, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara most recently in a street final, Battle of the Belts 9.
Yeah, I still have issues with that one, man. That should have been Jericho and Sammy's night.
I agree. But again,
Big Bill coming back in 2-on-1 in the ring here. Steen laid out on the outside. Darby prone.
Oh boy. Champions right now in firm control, and Darby Allin is in a world of trouble. But of course, Darby Allin, he is relentless. He will take on the world. He's taken on the world his whole life. Former 2-time TNT champion, being ragdolled and hoisted up and goozled by Big Bill. Now just driving his head, dribbling it relentlessly on the mat. Just a violent punishment right now on Darby Allin, courtesy of Big Bill. Oh, God!
Jesus, the strength of Big Bill there.
Again, Sting said he wasn't sure if Big Bill had the killer instinct, and Big Bill so far might be showing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sting nowhere to be found right now as Big Bill goes to the outside. Ricky Starks and Darby Allin, no strangers to each other. Apparently no respect for each other as far as Ricky Starks goes, even though Darby Allin respects him. Meanwhile, Big Bill going underneath the ring.
Shit.
Well, out come the toys. Bring the plunder.
Big Bill, get the table.
And we all know the history of Sting and tables to a degree in AEW.
And again, we made the point earlier, he who sets it up traditionally goes through it.
Yeah, but about to say, which one of them goes through it, though? Both right now are working together. Again, Ricky Starks says, you're not even making a revolution. We're going to make sure that this is your last match because through Darby Allin and you, we see everybody else that has looked us over. Again, Ricky Starks has had that proverbial chip on his shoulder. Told him himself that he was going to war against AEW. I guess Big Bill just become an accomplice after they beat up TR in less than 5 minutes.
Steen finally pulled himself into the ring just out of the frame there.
Whoa! And to your point, Steen just saved Darby Allin from whatever the hell Big Bill was looking for. Probably a military press release through that table. And Sting right now fighting the world 2-on-1. Ricky Starks and Big Bill getting rocked by the icon. Ricky Starks taking down with a clothesline. Oh, Big Bill.
Crap. Steen is goozled.
Oh, no. No. Right, I thought he was going to choke slam and lift him up through the table. I was about to say. Big Bill looking to end an icon tonight. And Big Bill right now being broncoed across the top rope in between the Twin Towers. Ouch. Front headlock. Ricky Starks, though. Hook and Sting. Are you kidding?
Scorpion death drop from Ricky Starks to the Stinger.
Hook at the near leg. Darby out with the save. Imagine the statement he would have made there, JJ.
Right?
To be fair, that's the same way that Ricky Starks lost to Sting. Now made official by way for Collision, Star Jr. Espinade take on John Moxley, contest known as the War at CMLL, and Blackpool Combat Club continues. Maya just tweaked his own ankle there. And again, as I alluded to, AEW National Championship on the line. Orange Cash defend the gold against the Stone Pit Bull, Tomohiro Ishii. Darby Allin is staying 2-for-1 right now on Big Bill. Darby just throwing his body in while Sting comes in with the splash. Rocks the 7-footer, kicks in the midsection. Darby Allin up and over. Go red! Wow.
Really quickly, we got a super chat from Walter that is relevant to this match. September 4th, 1995, Nitro debuted. Sting was on that from the Mall of America in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we are still watching him today. It's nuts that he outlasted an entire wrestling company.
And that's
He's
the
the only
down with the sinking ship.
he is the only person on that show still active, whether they've passed on since then or retired or whatever. Sting is the only guy on that entire Nitro show still active in the wrestling business. Period.
And meanwhile, oh God!
Big Bill and Darby through the table. Sting's got Ricky in the Scorpion Deathlock. Ricky gets to the ropes.
There's no rope break. It's Texas Tornadoes. No disqualification. There's no rope break. Good officiating by the referee, reminding Ricky Starks there's no rope break here. Ricky Starks able to get his body out far enough to force the break from Sting, while Darby Allin sent Big Bill and him crashing through the table. Sting falls against. Oh no!
Wiener Splash misses. Ricky was able to get that turnbuckle pad off.
That exposed still into the chest of Sting. And Ricky Starks right now, he's scouting Sting. Say it was going to end the Icon's career. A little bit of reluctancy on Ricky Starks' face possibly here.
Yeah.
When Sting
A little
found
bit
up
of
though,
hesitation.
Spear!
Spear.
The cover to retain the titles. No!
Interesting story. That was interesting.
Come on, let's be honest
That
here.
almost felt like a Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, I'm sorry, I love you moment.
Well,
He didn't want to do it, but he's got to try to keep his titles.
But again, JJ, Jeff, who did not grow up some point as a little Stinger?
Yeah, no,
That's just me, so.
There you go.
Because I came into it so late. You got to figure.
Yeah.
He's got him hooked up.
Oh, that's
Scorpion Death Drop.
The cover, go for the cover. Hook of the leg. Hook of the leg.
3.
Second W with the 10 titles. Sting's
Wow.
the champion. Sting's the champion. Sting is the tag team champion. What the hell? In
That's awesome.
2024, Sting and Darby Allin are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Unbelievable.
The guy in the glasses and the Sting paint is crying. I love it. You love it.
Hell yeah.
That's
last
awesome.
accolade in the Icon's career before it's showtime for the last time. Sting, once again, a champion. And for the first time ever in both men's respective careers, Sting and Darby Allin are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. They did it. He literally might retire as a tag champion. What the hell does this mean for the AEW Tag Team division? Regardless, what a
gets to do
moment.
a tournament, something he loves.
I guess that's fair. But, I mean, would Darby Allin be willing to do that, though? I mean, again.
Anything but the buzz, right?
Family
It's top
inside
of the
the ring.
barricade, come into the ring and celebrate with their old man. Ricky Starks doing the right thing out of the ring, giving the Icon his moment.
I like the boys coming in now.
Sting has not been a tag team champion since Kurt Angle in 2011 in TNA. From 1986 to 2024, the Icon once again is a tag team champion.
Sting being handed the titles, embracing Darby.
Look at that
Freddie
sight.
fires off and the crowd goes apeshit.
But can you blame him? What a moment.
I
On
know
the
it's the
verge.
moment. I'm just trying to sell the moment.
I know. I'm just
Oh,
what the fuck?
Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
The fucking corporate box! And Nick Jackson assaulted Sting and Darby Allin and Sting's family!
I knew the boys coming in. Oh, darn it.
These freaking twat waffles.
Oh. Damn these Bucks.
And these white bats in hand.
Well, yeah, they're the heroes.
Inconsiderate son of a bitch. You couldn't pick a moment with your corporate asses to make a Tony Khan fucking announcement later. Bullshit.
Darby's bleeding.
Well, that bat bashed him in the head. What the hell? And of course, Andrew and Andrea about it, they're corporate. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about freaking them. They are the absolute worst in existence. Oh, no, not this. Big TE trigger.
God darn it.
Couple of punk-ass bitches.
They couldn't accept the fact they couldn't be the best tag team last year at Full Gear, losing to the better of the elite, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. They've been stewing ever since. And since they couldn't get a chance, they either were a tag team championships, they're now forcing themselves into it at the expense of Sting and Darby Allin. This is a completely premeditated attack. But it's bullshit.
And nobody coming out to help Sting and Darby either.
Well, of course not. They're the EVPs, JJ. They can't come out and go against the company.
Oh, yeah. They risk being fired.
That's true. They'll probably get fired.
Get fired or terminated.
Heavily fined. Heavily fined, yes.
Look, I've seen the corporation. I've seen the authority. I've seen freaking El Jefe and Lucha Underground. But this is just other levels of low corporate bullshit here. Seriously.
You know,
this is excessive.
Yeah. This is a little much.
I understand coming out, making a statement to set up your match at the pay-per-view, but this is excessive.
Yeah.
And now they got the belts in hand, and clearly that's the plan. Well, I did say we don't know what awaits Showtime for the last time. I think we just got our fucking answer. Like it or not, Nat and Nick Jackson just made their intentions known. They want the tag gold. For the man wrestling, JJ Williams. For the man whose name on the marquee, Jeff motherfucking Meacham. I'm the Cemento Foster. Fuck the Young Bucks to oblivion and beyond. Beyond this plane of existence. Thanks for watching our coverage of AEW Dynamite.
Yeah, what do you say now? Jeez.
I said, did you all find that due? As always, a pleasure. I enjoyed the show of AEW, but I got us to do AEW. So until Saturday night, open mic night. JD, see you then. Jeff, at the same time. God bless you all, and fuck the Young Bucks. Goodbye and good night. Thanks.
Have fun with your crew, Noah.
Yes, sir. Oh, damn those Young Bucks. Jesus. By the way, the hat choice was not intentional to match those two jackoffs. Let me be clear on that. I've been wearing these hats for a while now. So, Oh, Lord. I was wearing these hats before they came back at TV. You hush. Don't give me that trying to get me in trouble. I'm all for Sting. Are you kidding me? God, I want them to burn Greensboro down with the Bucks' blood at this point. Oh, well, I suppose it's about that time, Jay. We're going to go ahead and sign off for the night, but thank you all again. I said it before the main event. Thank you all for watching tonight. Again, make sure you check out this guy's recap of tonight's show tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, as he do. We'll get that graphic to you momentarily. He's a little busy on the air right now. We'll get the graphic up when we get on the air. Fear not, kids. Tomorrow, of course, in the afternoon, we'll have Walter's coverage of the WrestleMania presser. I'll be on the air live after that, so be looking for that tomorrow night. Friday. Where is that graphic? It's in here somewhere. There it is. As we mentioned, JJ and JJ's father, Pop, and I will be on covering this. JJ, tell us about this show on Friday.
I mean, I don't know what I can say about it that we didn't already say earlier. The top 10 Beatles songs of all time. 3 different people, 3 different lists, celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Fab Four's inaugural appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. An Ed
Too
Sullivan
cool, man.
show that also featured one Davy Jones, who would later go on to be part of the Monkees.
That's awesome. I forgot Davey was on that show. That's cool.
He was with the cast of Oliver as the Artful Dodger.
Well, there you go. Man, it's cool stuff. Again, you know, we were joking toward the end of last year, the We Still Gonna Die tour was going to be. In fact, We Still Know was going to be only more than watch along.
Right?
All the things, man. And I'm happy. We got open mic night coming up this weekend, as we always do. I've now added another rock and roll show. We're talking about the greatest band in the history of all time. I got another rock show I'm attending in February. It's gonna be a crazy time. My buddy's Paradise Kitty with Quiet Riot, the LA Dolls on Sunday during the Super Bowl, which I will talk about Super Bowl here momentarily. Next week, I'm going to the Whiskey on what is that, Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday. Man, it's going to be an awesome time. Of course, we're covering the Super Bowl. Mikey is stoked about that. Our buddy Stat Boy, we're going to be covering the Super Bowl on Sunday. It's a fun time across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, my friend.
I'm happy for him. I've said it a few times, man.
Yes.
Him getting to do a watch along of a pro sporting event is going to be awesome. But if you, our fans, want to see more coverage like that, then you guys have to tune in droves.
Yep.
Give us the numbers. Give us the super chats that day. Make it known that you appreciate that. And then we'll do the World Series. We'll do the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup Finals, Indianapolis, Wimbledon, maybe, stuff like that. All the major events. We're not going to do the freaking Bengals and the Lions on a random Tuesday in October. We're not going to do that shit.
No.
But we'll do major games.
Yes.
Maybe we'll start doing all-star games.
There you go. I'm down for that.
The show that you want it.
Yep. You guys dictate, as you do with your super chats. You dictate the flow of the conversation during the show. You dictate the flow of the network, guys. It really comes down to you guys at home.
And we do appreciate all the super chats this evening. Just a friendly reminder, make sure you guys spread the love out when we do these shows.
Absolutely.
It's definitely been teetered a little bit more to one side this evening, and I'm not mad at that, but for future, try to spread things out a little bit more evenly.
We always encourage everybody to super chat everywhere you can. We understand that, just spread the love. It really, like Noah always says, everything's as simple as that. And we say that quite frequently, but it really is that simple, guys. You got a couple bucks, throw it JJ's way, throw it my way. It's all good.
Especially if you guys can super chat other shows on other channels.
Right. That's been one of our
biggest point of contentions is if we see you in here trying to direct the conversation, trying to hijack the chat room, and not willing to super chat, but we see you on other shows super chatting, we have an issue with that.
Yeah, and I think justifiably
we are going to begin to take care of things in the chat room.
TCB, it's what we do in the JMN, baby. But for now, I'm going to go.
We don't even need Shotzi's tank.
No, we don't, because I don't want to take her tank. She'll kick my ass. She's crazy.
All we need is a mouse to click on.
Ooh, look at that. Look what I got. Again, I said it during Greg Cherry's show. I said on Monday. These are powerful things if you let them be.
And speaking of things that are powerful,
yes, sir.
Go back and check out Inside the Mind of the Renegade.
Yes.
Where I discussed the Rock Roman Cody fiasco.
Yeah, and I'll say it here now because I didn't really get to chime in on that because it was so crazy yesterday. Thank you to all the crazy people that drove Simone Johnson off of Twitter. You guys are just real jewels, a lot of you. That's so ridiculous. It really is. She has nothing to do with that.
Yep.
Oh, I say glad with a very finite grain of salt. I'm only glad I won't be part of Saturday Night because I might go off and get everybody thrown off YouTube of all the negativity that's been going on this week. So I'll be doing my rock and roll thing and just getting that woosah out of the casino because it's becoming more and more difficult to not address the giant 70-something-year-old elephant in the room without being an ass. So, but and Walter did enjoy your stream yesterday. So there you go.
Appreciate that.
Yes, it is just viable. All right. We are going to say goodnight from the Multiverse of Media. Thank you to everybody that watched across all the channels. We actually still have people watching now across all the channels, so that's much appreciated. So thank you for that. He is the Renegade. We had the still spectacular voice Noah Foster on the call tonight. I am, of course, Jeff Meacham. We'll see you tomorrow for whatever comes out of this WrestleMania kickoff thing in Vegas. It's going to be crazy. If y'all are going to Vegas, be safe. If you're not already there, take transit. Don't drive. For the love of Christ. It's crazy ass up there. Super Bowl's on Sunday. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow right here across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media with all the latest news and craziness within professional wrestling.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.